Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. I'm actually surprised that it captured the game and my camera and everything's just working. Except I forgot to post on Twitter. So I'm doing that right now. There you go. Boom. It'll always be Twitter. You can never convince me otherwise. So, today, the plan, the idea. We're starting a brand new district in Timberborn. I'm dipping my feet into mods. You could, if you play Timberborn or if you've watched my videos, you probably see one of them already. It's just kind of staring at you right here. It's kind of like the picker mod from City Skylines, I think. I haven't built anything yet, though, so I can't test it. But that's one of the mods that I've added. I've also added in some additional staircases. There's like a spirally staircase here. Spirally staircase, I guess the other half of it, I'm guessing. I don't know. Metal stairs, which, sure. Apparently they give aesthetics, so that's nice. And then also a ladder so that we can have a ladder. I haven't really played with it yet, so you don't really know what it does. Nothing here. The only other mod that I really have ties into the gates, and I'm not really certain just how that works yet. Strangely, the mod manager is not appearing here, but clearly the mods are installed, so I'm going to assume that we're good to go. So before I unpause, I want to get my usual grid laid out, because that's a thing that I do. So since this is our iron, or not Iron Teeth, but our, what's their name? Folktales friends, we are going to do our normal 7x7 grid wherever there's fertile land. And again, that all comes down to the beehive because it boosts the growth of crops for fairly cheap. Though we have to get paper being made. So, we got a ways before we get there. So that is going to be our first little area. And then, yeah, I can't, I either have to count it out loud or silently in my head. I can't do, I can't say one thing and be counting. It's just not possible. So there we go. That will get us established for now, get us some paths. And then back here, since this is dry, we'll probably leave this for housing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that way we can get 2 rows of housing in there and some of our support buildings and some good stuff like that. There used to be stairs over here. I thought maybe that's on my custom version of this map. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll want another path right there. So cool. We'll have to put our water like right here, clear some of those berries. Interestingly, the tutorial's not here. I didn't think I turned it off. Maybe the mod does that. But that's okay because we know what we need to build. We need to get a gatherer in for now. Right there is fine. I am going to very quickly come over here, though, and mark all of this for demolition. And that'll be the first or the second thing they build. And then we need to get some trees. Because, well, if we don't have logs, we're kind of dead in the water. No pun intended for the bad water, but yeah. So then over here, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be where this path goes. Cool. I am committed to the grid. So we'll do another lumberjack there, and we'll let them get all of that going and see what's up. Let's see who we have for beavers. We got Little Solon. I don't do the whole mod with supporters name because I don't have enough channel supporters to do it. We would be stuck with what, 16 names? Yeah, that wouldn't get us very far in Timberborn. unfortunately. So we just kind of have to go this route. You know, I should really mark those trees for cutting. Thanks for reminding me there, friend. So we'll mark those for cutting, and even though I don't think they can reach them yet, we will mark all of those for cutting. And then they're up there building that one, so that's going to get us all of our logs, and then they should switch to clearing out all of these berries. Yep, there they go. And we want to quickly get the path back in, or in behind it, because if you don't, the berries will cross-pollinate, and you wind up with another berry bush there immediately. And that's never fun. So we'll just take care of it. Nip it in the bud, so to speak. Actually, before it even buds, we'll be nipping it, won't we? I'm going to run an ad break real quick here while we don't have a lot of people, and there's a reason, and I'll explain it in a minute. There we go. That should get an ad break running. I just want to keep the pre-roll ads off for as long as possible here. Come on. Dig all those up. We'll speed up time. I'm getting impatient. There we go. And here in a minute, we'll be able to get our water pumps in. Sweet. So, I'm going to pause that. Let's do just one for now. Actually, let's go here. I think I want to save this for plank production. I think that would be the better place. So cool. That gets us water. So let's immediately switch to food. This can reach all of that. So let's go there and get them some carrots going. For now, we'll just do like that. That should be sufficient to get them started. And we'll get those out of there as well. We have 15 logs already, so we're already making progress on logs. I do play on the easy mode, whatever it's called. I just prefer it. I don't like beating my head against the game. I like just chilling with the game. So we may as well get all of our paths cleared out here. Just so we have the room for growth. Why aren't you building that? We have enough logs. Oh, because the water pump's priority. That's why. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so yeah, this, that is all very new. So that's the advanced water management. I think I have a thing that will let me manage the gates as well. If I don't, we're going to look into getting it. Simply because I think it'd be a good one to have the gates auto-manage themselves so I don't have to micromanage all of the gates. They've made a change on this map. They added another water source right there. And then they raised up this land. This used to come through here, I thought. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it always came here. Yeah, I bet it did. It probably did always come that far back. And I'm just not remembering correctly. So cool. We'll get our farmhouse built and we'll be ready to go. Yeah, we're good. So we'll get that in and then we'll let them, before we build anything else, get all of these berry bushes out of here. Cool. So let's start getting well-being, like right away. First, I want to get some storage in, though. I want to do... It's going to be a long trip for this guy, but this one is a little more removed, I guess, would be the word. And then we could probably get some well-being back here by doing a campfire right behind the district center. I think that would be kind of a cool place to do that. And what we'll do is come out by one around it, and that'll give us room for some water storage as well. So let's get in a few small tanks. And then the next thing we'll look at will be some housing, and then we'll start on science. Pretty good, pretty quick. So we will go logs for that. Like I said, this dude has to go really, really far, but I'm fine with that because these aren't going to remain trees over here. We'll be doing potatoes over here pretty quickly. Once we get the forester. I always forget the names of all the different buildings, and I don't know why. So this path would come down that way. So we want to cut those down as well, though it's going to be a minute before they get down there. We have our carrots planted. We didn't get carrots back here in this corner, but it'll be fine. We can always put some sort of storage or recreational thing there. Maybe that's where we could put our inventors on it, because that's a perfect 2x2 right there. Excuse me. So that would be good. Oh, cool. They've got the campfire built. We need to set these to water. Man, they're sailing. Look at them go. That's just kind of nuts. So yeah, we got the campfire in, so they're going to be ready to, you know, take advantage of the mood that the campfire sets for them. So we're going to have one door kind of over there. That's for the antisocial beavers to live in. And then we will flip these around and get the doors all on the same side because I'm weird like that. And that will be more than enough housing. That's good for 18. We only have a dozen beavers right now. We still have one unemployed, but we're gonna leave it that way. You heard antisocial beavers? For these beavers, what's up, Zarek? For these guys that live over here, like these dudes in these apartments, you know, they can come out in the morning and be like, hi, neighbor. Hi, neighbor. But these guys over here, just they want nothing to do with their neighbors, and they just want to, you know, sneak out undetected. So they're the antisocial beavers that live in those houses. There we go. We're going to reserve that space for stairs. Is that an actual mechanic? No. No, not at all. But, you know, we can pretend. And they're rocking and rolling. We are now out of logs, but that's okay because we've got all of the basics in. Now we can just kind of chill. So that path will wind up going there. We can just wait for the houses to get built. How you doing today, Zarek? Old. It's chilly here, but I think we're going to get up into the mid 60s eventually. Oh, good. He can reach all of those. That's quite handy. But when I went out earlier, it was kind of chilly. We had a wind from the north, so it was a little cold. Our high on Thursday was only 44. I need to grab drugs. I can't find them. There they are. Just have a wee bit of a headache. Why does weather have to do things? I know. Freaking water. It's all water's fault. What'd water ever do for us? Oh, wait. This makes everything all wet. Cool. So we should probably, in well-being, also get in a teeth grindstone pretty early. Oh my gosh. Just giving them houses and a campfire, and our well-being is already shooting through the roof, which is absolutely nuts. But Zarek, since you just got here, the main thing that I'm doing today, like the title said, is I have a few mods installed. Nothing that cheats the game. Just some add-ons, some cool functional things, and then just some automation stuff like on the water pump, which I know it's hard to see because of where my camera is and all of that, and I'm very sorry. But I can automate a ton of different things that will determine how that works, basically. So that's kind of handy. Liquid for no reason, solid distance, the liquids. It's a big if you give physics. Well, somebody's got to be the outlier. I guess it should be water, given you know all that it does actually do for us. I'll give it a pass. I don't know. I never took chemistry. I took 2 different biology courses. Oh wow, they're done building everything. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I took 2 different biology courses because I really sucked at biology. So it's like I was just being a glutton for punishment, honestly. So cool. That'll get our inventor in, and then we have 3 beavers ready to work. We're already down to just 1 bed available. I'm just gonna wait though. I'm not gonna get in a hurry here. I'm gonna let them just kind of do their thing for now. Excuse me. Mainly because I don't want to deplete all of the logs before we get our science. So we may just let them go a few days before we do anything else. We could maybe get this cleared once they get all the trees cut down, which is only like about 8 trees, maybe 9 over there total. So it'll be fine. But anyways, hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I just woke up like 2 hours ago, maybe. I think my alarm went off at 10:30, so closer to 2.5 hours ago, almost 3 now. But yeah, so, you know, it's still early for me. But I'm the guy that sleeps in. You've been playing a very similar game. To live vicariously through my playthrough. Aw. Wait, your computer's still out of commission? That happened a while ago, didn't it? What's wrong with it again? I don't remember what you said was its malfunction. 6 months? Dude, I'd be knocking over gas stations. Just need to buy a few parts you can't afford. I feel that. Motherboard? Oh no. Dude, that sucks. I had a motherboard that was damaged once in a lightning strike. But the weird thing is it didn't take out the entire motherboard. It only took out certain parts of the motherboard, like my network adapter, which was just built into the motherboard. I didn't have a separate card or anything. It killed that. It killed 2 of my SATA ports, but the drives were fine. And something else that I forget. But like it still worked. I just had to use wireless. At the time, I only had a crappy little surge protector. I now run everything on, like, my 2 computers, this one and the one that's over there. They both are on UPSs that are way overrated for what I actually need. And then everything else is on some pretty beefy surge strips. So, yeah. Just glances back at huge setup. It is a big setup. I mean, I've got an obscene amount of money in computer parts in this room. It's just kind of, when I stop and think about how much it really is, I'm like, man, it's kind of, it becomes a little bit overwhelming. I'll put it that way. It's just like, wow, I have spent a lot. You might give up on Mini ITX. You know, I have built Mini ITX for other people, especially when I owned a business. A lot of people were into it. I don't enjoy the build process. I have space, so I don't need the small footprint. I do not enjoy building in Mini ITX cases. And now, like, a lot of them anymore are getting almost as big as a regular tower. It's like, what's the point? Like, why did you do Mini ITX if you're just going to make something that big anyway? I'm gonna have trouble getting down here. An ad break? What? I shouldn't have an ad break coming. We're going to snooze that one. For 5 minutes, that's the most I can snooze it. Oh my god, are you serious? Thought would snooze it for like an hour. Just run them. Yeah, I should have. Wait, that doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. Oh, it's because it's off this way. Yeah, because this is... But then it's off that way. Oh, wait, that's right. This is 4x4 back here. I deserve some support. Well, I mean, ad revenue on Twitch is not the same party that ad revenue on YouTube is. Not at all. Mainly because, you know, the views are a lot lower over here. Especially since my schedule went all to hell. It's all right. We're slowly but surely getting back into streaming. I've committed to making sure it's at least once a week. And hopefully we'll get back to the 4 days a week by summer. I don't know. I'm struggling with Astring Academy right now. And that is just taking up a ton of time. And I've just kind of hit like a creative block on some things. And it's making it difficult. So cool. We have science. Let's get our forester going. Let's get him up and running. Or her. Then they. And I think that is a beautiful spot for it. And we're going to do pine here in this first bit. And then we're going to do oak over here. And then we're going to go ahead and have them cut down these trees that are blocking the paths. Just to help them get back there to be able to get to all that. Because I'm pretty sure he can reach, yeah, he can reach most of that. And then this woodcutter over here is almost done. He just has like 3 more trees. And then as soon as those 3 are taken out, then we'll be good to go. We'll get potatoes underway, which that will require unlocking something. No, the griller is already unlocked. We have 7 beavers unemployed. No empty beds, but I think I'm good with that. Until I get the potatoes in the ground, I'm fine with that. Though it did just dawn on me, we don't have anywhere to put those 247 berries. Where do we want to put those? I always hate building storage for berries because they don't eat the berries. They don't want anything to do with them. Can we do that like right there or maybe here? Yeah, let's go here for berries. So we can put some stairs there as another way to get up. So we will find berries. There's berries. Cool. And then I guess we can get our next farmer in as well. Like right there will be fine. And then we could even probably, you know what? I'm gonna take a beat on that. There we go. I'm gonna go here because what I want to do is put the warehouse right there for the potatoes to go in, even though we don't have potatoes yet. So those are going to go right there. And then our grillers and all that can either go back here or over here with storage. So that gives them a few projects. Oh, we're not making planks yet. I am such a moron. I put that in up there and then drip to dirt. Okay, so we need to prioritize that. That is where our 77 logs need to go. I cannot believe I forgot to put the water wheel in. And of course, by the time it gets done and all this gets built, we're going to be in a drought. Oh, I am so smart. We also need storage for the said planks. So those will go there. It's a bit of a walk, but I really don't want to take up any of our fertile ground just yet. I would rather have that, you know, be open. I'm going to check something right quick. Okay. Cool. There. Okay, the ad break will start in 5 minutes now. So, all right, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna have our drought in 2 days, which is going to be about the time they finish that. Hooray! However, the good thing is all of the logs are already up there. So as soon as we get our lumber mill they will start making planks and they will go straight to there. So I don't have to prioritize that because that's the oldest existing build order we have, and that's how they prioritize if you don't prioritize. They will go build the first thing that you told them to build first. Unless they don't have materials, then they'll take everything that they can and then wait for the rest of the materials and go work on other things. But we had to get the water wheel prioritized. And oh my god, they're 2 logs away. Are you kidding me? 2. Of course. I'm also going to do my best to keep them out of the water entirely if I can avoid it. Because we're a long way from being protected against a bad tide. Essentially, we need... This is the same map I did my last YouTube series on, just a slightly different version of it. I'm going to go big and go way back here with gates. Game you're playing has the priority first. Well, I mean, yeah, they will... If you set something high priority, they will go to that thing first. I may have said that in a weird way. They will go to that thing first. But after that, their priority is the thing you told them to build first. So ads coming in 3 minutes. And that should give us another, like, half an hour of no pre-rolls. Even though we've still got 20 minutes of no pre-rolls remaining right now. I don't know. Twitch. All right, that guy is done with what he was doing. So we can start thinking about potatoes. So let's come into planting our crops. And let's go all of that. And then how far can you reach, friends? You can go to there. And then we'll go with all of this as well. Like there. Can you? Yeah, you can reach all of that. And that'll get us a lot of potatoes, but we also need grillers. And I think I'm going to go with 2, just so they keep up with the amount of potatoes that we're about to grow. And then, you know what? That is the perfect place to store said grilled potatoes. So cool. That's also going to help with well-being. And then once we get the potatoes in, I'm going to rip out these berries. We'll replant them elsewhere later. But we're doing good on water. The only thing we're not doing well on are logs. And we're getting kind of dangerous. But this guy is up and running. So, of course, the drought just started. And now we have... Ooh, we could be in bad shape here. What I can do is we can go up here with another log cutter. And we can cut all these trees down too. There we go. And I know it doesn't matter. They know they don't have trees there to cut, but I always have to choose that to unmark it because the bright green drives me crazy if I have it somewhere that they can't cut trees. Wow, this drought. Thankfully, it is already over. So we will get planks back underway pretty quickly here. We're just going to go all through there. Cool. They cleared out all of that too. I didn't realize they had done so. Awesome. There we go. Just get our grid in there and give them another way to come back this way. I can't count. Which, you know, has been declared on Discord. We have a can't count rule for anybody who messes up the counting bot. And I have already managed to unlock that one. It is automatic. If you break the count with the counting bot, it puts you in the bad boy home. Let's go with some maple or chestnuts. Let's go chestnuts because we can grill those should we desire. And I don't know, just sounds like a yummy thing. So we're going to go ahead and mark all of this for cutting. Even though this dude's still not built. What? Come on, you've got power. Countbot, if you look for the 1, 2, 3 channel, there's a bot that you just count. Let me, is that the right button? Did it even work? No. Good job. Good job, Stream Deck. So on Discord, we have under General. It's way down at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 5 because you know if you missed the count, and we're up to 485. Here we'll. Oops, I almost fat fingered that, didn't I? I almost screwed it up. It's taking forever to send. There we go. Yeah, count bot. And if you voice crack, it's almost 15-year-old at work. If you mess up the count, you get the can't count roll, and you bring down the wrath of Commander Hobo. Especially if it looks like it was intentional. So yeah, you know, there's people will occasionally, you know, accidentally have a mistake, but if it's intentional, Hobo will be. You can't see that channel? Huh? Wonder why. Maybe I need to do a review of the Discord to make sure everybody can see all the channel. Cool. So we've got potatoes and we have carrots. I think it's at the beginning where you're supposed to choose your interest. It might be. I thought that I included that one in the. There's certain channels that are just included, and I need to update that because I realized I added an announcements channel, and that one should definitely be part of just the default thing. Yeah, we are hurting on trees because these birch back here all only have one. Thankfully, we have planted some pine, so we're gonna be good eventually. But right now, we're just kind of hurting. Yikes. Yeah, you used to rely on the stream and vid channels for your Twitch notifications. Yeah, I added an announcement channel. And then didn't really, I don't know, didn't add it to the default experience. And I don't know when you add a new channel, if I add it to the onboarding experience, if it gives it to everybody. I don't know. It just, the reason I did that is my videos were getting lost in the video channel, like, because people use that to post other videos as well, which is what they should do. But my new video announcements are getting lost in the shuffle. And I mean, the Discord kind of exists to promote my content, you know, and make our community based around my content. So it's kind of silly to have those lost in the shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boop. That's where our next path will go. So yeah, we are definitely hurting on trees. We're gonna be really waiting on these pines to grow. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, the chestnuts take even longer. Yeah, 24 days. Oof. So we're just gonna be stuck for a while. We don't need any more planks, so I'm just gonna turn this guy off for now. And we get to wait. I tend to do that. I always overlook getting access to the trees. We're gonna do like a couple maples right here, and that'll just be like little, but not there. It'll be just like a little maple forest. Oh, and not right there either. So we'll have 5 maple trees. 4 maple trees. We could really do with another forester because right now he's having a little bit of trouble keeping up. Oh well. No recipe selected. My bad. You make grilled potatoes, which I don't want to take the berries out just yet because we haven't gotten a harvest of potatoes, so we're getting close. We have just the right equilibrium of beavers to jobs. So when we need to turn this back on, we will need some logs to be able to do so. How did I get myself in this situation again? So how far can you reach, my dude? You can go all the way back to there. So we will do some additional maple back there. Just love having diversity in the tree species. Not that grilled potato. It's the same thing as a baked potato. It's just instead of in the oven, it's in the grill. I do my grilled potatoes. I chop them up into squares. Leave the skins on. Chop them up in little squares, and then I put them in each a little pouch of tin foil. And in that tin foil, I put butter and all the different seasonings that I want on there, and then I seal it up, and so it's a little packet, a little potato packet. And then when I'm grilling, that goes on like the top bit up above the grill, and that heat just goes in there and slowly steams the potatoes and melts the butter. And you shake it up really good to get the seasonings all distributed and everything. And oh my gosh, like I've taught a few people to make them that way, and like I have one guy that consistently tells me I still make potatoes the way you taught me because he just loves them. Like he's big into barbecuing and cooking out and grilling and all that. Camping food stuff, kind of, but it's when you grill. So cool. We have some grilled potatoes already, so we can get rid of the berries, which is good because they're done. Like we're not gonna lose any food that way, and we're already up to a well-being of 7. We just have no logs, so that's our big thing. It's just so we've got 38%, 43%. Looks like we're about halfway. Oh my gosh, 8 well-being already? Oh, it's because everybody got a potato. When you have a really small district, it doesn't take too much to bring the well-being up because they can all get to all the different resources. So that's making 212. So that could support a second lumber mill. Actually, a third lumber mill. So yeah, we're just kind of in a holding pattern, waiting on the trees. He's working on it though. When am I gonna do cooking streams? Never. I don't have a way to really do it. If my camera was not so difficult to get to all the mounting equipment, because right behind those monitors is the camera, the key light, and then my big, huge honking tower that I call my server. And so it's just not easy to get back there to the mount for the camera. So I don't have anywhere to take the camera, and my laptop camera is garbage, just hot garbage. Like my laptop can handle a stream. I've live streamed from it before. Years ago now, I think my GPU died, and when that happened, I kept streams going from my laptop for like a week or two until I got a new GPU, which was freaking awesome. It sounded like it was going to take off, but it did work. We're going to also get some sunflowers going. Stand with Ukraine. Grab someone's phone and then stream grilling in the park or something. I don't know. I doubt it. I do like to cook. It's just I don't do it very often. The foods I like, parental unit 1 doesn't enjoy. So there's always the thing of, if I cook for the family, he's just going to eat something else anyway. So it's just cooking for me and my mom, which is fine, but I don't know. All right, cool. Yeah, we're completely out of lucks. So we're waiting on like that tree, those 4 trees to grow. What do we have up here? Maple? Or is this more oak? No, this is chestnut. Because once we get our log situation back under control, we will just tell them to stop. Some days I'd like to. There we go. So we've got our grid, except for here, where that's fine because we won't have crops up here. That'll just be trees for the duration. We won't have anything else. I got the sniffles. So cool. I need to get... So grilled potatoes don't actually have grill marks on them. Depends on how you grill them. I grill mine in a packet, but if you just throw them straight on the grill, it will, yeah. I recommend not doing that, though, because if a potato gets too hot, they like to... The steam, the moisture inside likes to pop, and they can... If they get too hot on the grill. I've seen that happen. So I highly recommend against just putting them straight on the grill. Definitely wrap them up in something. You learn so much. Dude, look at me. I clearly like food. So, you know, I know. I know what I'm talking about. Sunflower seeds. There we go. Cool. That gets us a pretty diverse diet. Sunflower seeds, I think, are worth 2 well-being. No, only 1. It'll only be 1. Anything that has to be processed gets a higher and higher score in Timberborn. So the more processing that goes into that food, the more you're going to get for it. So like cattails have to be ground up, and then go to a bakery and made into a cracker. So they're worth 3. Whereas spatterdock only gets grilled, so it's only worth 2, I believe. And then wheat makes bread and maple pastries, and those are worth 3, maybe even 4 for the maple pastry. I could be wrong on that. I doubt we'll get to maple pastries today. I doubt we're going to get to much today since I screwed up and didn't have enough trees. Boy. So what am I planting back here? You are maple. Are cattails edible usually? Apparently so. Like... I didn't know it until I started playing Timberborn, and there are places that grind up cattails into flour. So I guess so. Mangrove fruits? Yeah, I didn't know they were edible either. I had no idea that there even was. Like, I've heard of mangroves, but I didn't know what a mangrove fruit was. And we just don't have any logs. Can't believe I did this. So I can do nothing until we get freaking grow faster. They're 88%, 89%. So we're getting close. Of course, we got another drought incoming. We're gonna wind up in a bad tide before we ever have construction materials. Can't believe I screwed that up. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm distracted today. So I'm trying to think of how we're going to get this connected. Right here. No, not by you. Not by you. By something else. Oh, well. At least our food and water are in a good spot. And I'm glad I didn't build any other houses yet. Because if we expanded, our water would be insufficient. And we wouldn't have a way to make any more right now. So it'll be fine. It'll be all right. As soon as we get some logs, though, we're going to expand right here. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and plan for it. So let's unlock these. And go like that, and that'll use up 100 of our science. I want to get a couple more water pumps in. And then I also want to bring in more water storage. That's the wrong key. Like right there. Yeah. Wonder, do we have any decoration stuff unlocked yet that actually like gives us some well-being? The beaver statue does really good, but it's a lot of points. Let's get stairs unlocked and start getting some of these paths connected. So again, it's going to be a we can't do it yet thing, but just kind of anticipating what is to come so that we're ready. We're prepared. We know what we're doing. We have 2 unemployed beavers, really? How's that? Oh, we have trees. We have mature trees. Ah, look at that! As soon as we got them, because they already had some planks, so they got that one plank in quick, and now they're moving right in. Cool. Let's go. So what I want to do is get over here and then over this way and put a levee or a dam in right there to hold the water back. Though I think gates might be better since I know I'm not going to be able to deal with the bad water before the first bad tide gets here. So maybe, yeah, maybe gates are going to be the better spend. What do those cost me? 150. So I have the science to do it. Okay, we're good. We are slowly emerging from the tree drama. But the thing is, now that these are growing and being cut down, our forester is busy replanting these and not able to get back here to plant new growth. So, not ideal. Not the end of the world, but not ideal. Trees for the tree god, yes. So we will go across, like, just the closest place to back here with just regular platforms for now. Does adding more foresters do anything? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll double the amount of beavers that are able to plant trees. I would put another one back here, except for the fact that when a bad tide comes, it's going to kill everything. Like, we'll probably lose most of this. Probably all of this. Probably all of this. And they'll have to replant them, which reminds me, replant dead trees not marked for cutting. That way, if and when we get to having, like, trees that are there for the purpose of food or other resources, they will be able to do the thing. We're just going to unmark all this because there are no trees back here, and it bugs me, but we will mark this right there. Cool. We also want to unmark those 2. I don't know why I get so particular about the marking areas, but it just drives me crazy if it's not there. Yeah, we've already used all of our logs again. But thankfully, because we're playing on the lowest mode, the easy mode, droughts don't last very long. Right now. They will eventually. But right now, they don't. So cool. That's our water pumpers in. We've got our water tanks. What did we just get wellness for? Or health well-being? What got added? I guess everybody finally got sunflowers? I guess that was enough. Oh yeah, they were just now harvested. Okay. So yeah, everybody has eaten sunflowers. So yeah, cool. Those berries will just sit there in storage forever until we finally get a healer. Or alchemist or whatever it's called these days. They've changed it so many times that I can't remember what it's called. Herbalist. But I'm going to try to not need the herbalist. I'm going to try to keep my beavers out of the water. We're going to have very dry beavers. No wet beavers for us today. Yes, I realize I'm a horrible human being. So did we not make a storage for carrots? Oh my god, we never made a storage for carrots. I'm a dumb. like, why do we only have 100 carrots? And why aren't they harvesting more? But yeah, adding another forester would just, you know, give me extra workforce. I wish I could just go in here and add more workplaces to this. That was a thing in Banished. You could, every building had a minimum number of workers, but they usually had 1 or 2 more work spots as well that you could add on and have everybody doing things. So I'm going to get these logs to build that so that they can now have a place to put the carrots, which is a good. But I'm not going to turn this back on yet. What else are we building? That's it, except for this down here. So I guess I do need to turn this back on. All right, fine. Whatever. We'll get there. So that will get us into there. What I want to do is start planning for the expansion of our housing. And to do that, we're going to do something kind of like this, maybe. And bring that through here and then run that like that. So we wind up having like this little courtyard up here. And then we'll be able to add more houses there. But I don't want to build the houses yet because they'll build the houses because they only require logs and not planks. And then there will be no way to get to them because the platforms aren't there. So we've got to wait on a lot of this stuff to get built. But I think our disaster of not enough logs is over. Now we're just kind of being held back by our lack of beavers. But that'll solve itself pretty quick once we get all this other stuff built. Oh yeah, there are some crazy stuff that people build in this game. I tend to play Timberborn a lot differently than most people, it seems. It's supposed to be efficient, but you have your doubts. I mean, the game does, you know, give you the incentive of building vertical to save your useful ground, but even vertical, you start having to think about your distance to the district. You can see, well, you can't see, but this is 7 tiles from the district lodge or district center. And the farther away you get, the farther they have to travel to go do a job or go home and all that. And so the less time they're being productive. And because of that, if you build too tall vertical, like up to the limit, they spend all their time just going up and down stairs. So, you know, there is a limit to I usually don't go more than 4, maybe 5. Now with the Iron Teeth, when it comes to storage, because they don't have that big underground storage, I will build some storage towers. Because it takes 10 of the regular storage to equal 1 underground storage. So 10 levels tall. And you just kind of have to. So we've got 1 job currently not filled, but we have 1 empty bed and we do have 1 baby that will be hopefully growing up soon. Because Zebajin died of old age. The names in this just crack me up. I don't know how to pronounce a single one of those names. Chatridia? Yeah, I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. Looks like we will probably have ads again pretty soon. Re-rolls are coming up, so we should get an ad run again as well. So, fun times, happy times. But we've got stairs being built, so that means we do have some resources going to good use. So once we get over here, I just need to kind of like cut a path. And then I need to figure out where our grid continues because I'm just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that'll go there. And that'll bring me there. And then we know that one will go there. Cool. And then we will come over this way, and then our gates will be right here next to that. So we will want, because again, we're trying to keep them out of the water because we don't want to ever risk having somebody go in bad water. We will do something like that. And then we will do just a dam, like, I don't think 2 is going to be enough. I think we need it to be 4 wide. So we'll just do, not a dam, I meant to do a levee. Because I want to speed the water up through there. So we will do a levee there, and then in between, do I still have 150? I do. We will do just some small gates. And that'll be sufficient because you don't want the gate to be taller than the ground that's to the side. Yeah, if you do, you will have a... Oh my gosh, set height when drought starts. No way. When drought ends, I want it set to that. When a bad tide starts, I want it when bad tide ends. Yeah, for now, I'm going to leave those alone. Oh my gosh, there's timers. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is incredible. There's so much useful stuff there. I know, again, you can't see it, and it's very difficult for me to move my camera and all that. Mainly because I would be facing the wrong way, and I can't just flip it, because it'll flip everything. All the text and everything, it'll flip it backwards. Because that's all one scene in OBS, because I set it up stupid. You're still thinking about potatoes? Man, I could go for a good old baked potato. I had one earlier this week from McAllister's, and it was so good. Spud Max. Name cracks me up. I see where we can do the other stairs to get a connection back here. We could just do a staircase there and sacrifice like one tree planting eventually. So do we plant dandelions? Nah, we don't really need dandelions right now. You made them sound so good. Sorry, man. Sorry to oh my gosh, he is caught up on planting. Wow, so our oaks are really going to help because they give 8 each. These guys give 4, and I think these guys give 6, yeah. So, again, we're doing all right. But we need... Can't really expand till this gets built. I could prioritize that. It's jobs that we need now, or employees. We need labor. Absolutely need labor. We have that space back there that we could do some things with, so I could put a second forester like right there, but it wouldn't really her back. Just munching on a whole potato. I don't think I've ever eaten a potato that way. I mean, a baked potato has to have cheese and sour cream and bacon and chives and, you know, all kinds of stuff. You know, you just smother in there. Butter. Has to. I mean, isn't that like law? I'm pretty sure that's a law. You agree? Yeah. I remember college. However, a lot of the negative memories of college were just washed away recently. Because my student loans were forgiven. Thank you, Joe. Like, I wanted to cry the day I got that letter. I still have it sitting right there. It starts off, congratulations, exclamation point from the lender. The Biden-Harris administration has forgiven your outstanding student loan debt. It's like, it is such a relief to just not have that massive amount of money hanging over my head anymore. Oh, cool. They started the bridge. They should have started some of this back here as well because they can only build one of these at a time. But we also only have 2 workers right now. We only have 1 worker right now. So, yeah, never mind. That's why nothing else is getting built because we only have the 1 worker. But that's okay. We get this bridge done. Then the next thing they'll work on will be the platforms to support more housing. So we'll be okay. We'll be all right. I mean, we're less than an hour in, so it's not too bad. You know, normally by this point in a YouTube video, I would have, like, done a jump cut or a sped up section. Oh, ads going. Can't do anything interesting for the next minute and a half because ads are running. Teriyaki sauce. No. You like those sped up sections in the video? I do too. Sometimes there's no point in it because nothing happens. I have started editing out like the nighttime, like take those out before I speed it all up. Because in the first series I was just watching it back just to see what I could learn, you know, how I could improve. And I noticed that, you know, a third of the sped up video was just nighttime. So, you know, it wasn't. But yeah, I like watching like the plants grow and get harvested and the water flow. And I do enjoy the. Excuse me, hiccups. I do enjoy that. Cool. We have got a lot of trees coming in now, and these are worth a lot. So we're doing pretty good. In fact, I wonder if I shouldn't, once we get the housing thing back here going, if we shouldn't maybe consider adding a couple more lumberjacks back here. Probably wouldn't be the worst, because like this one can't even reach there. Let's get those stairs that I was talking about earlier. That way they can get up there. Ads are over. My community is back. And we're good for another half hour of no pre-rolls. That makes me happy. Cool. So we've got that bridge completed. We'll eventually have bridges all through here. We'll get a few more water wheels. But this is what we've got to get going right now is all of this so that we can get some more beavers born and get our population increased. Because right now, I mean, we're barely above what we started with. Because you start with what? 16 beavers? And we have 18 now. So yeah, we haven't really... How many do you start with? 12. I think you start with 12. 8 adults and 4 children. Or maybe 12 adults and 4 children. Yeah, I think it's 12 adults and 4 children. I could like enable the dev menu and just instantly complete some of the stuff, but I won't do that. Another streamer you're watching to declare potatoes without seasoning basically illegal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're right about that. I think there is a law against that. If not, just for everyone's well-being, there definitely should be. Because that's just... What's wrong with you? No seasoning on potatoes. Like, what? How could you? I mean, it's just there, being beige and brown, asking for some color and some life to be brought into it. You know, it just... Oh my gosh, they're even coming back here and doing this? That's odd. I guess, oh yeah, because I don't have any planks, so yeah, this was the next thing that was... Okay, that makes sense. He's not wrong. I do love baked potatoes, though. Like, I like potatoes in general, and the thing is, it's not an allergy to them. It's not like they put me in anaphylactic shock or anything, but it's like an allergy. Potatoes induce hiccups. I get the hiccups, like, pretty bad from eating potatoes. But I love them, so I don't care. Oh, cool. They got that done. So what are you working on? Oh, you're gonna come work on that. How about? Yeah, that's fine. You can work on that, but I'd kind of like you to work on this first. So let's just up our priority for just a couple of these, so we can get at least like 2 more houses in here. I need to go all the way over, so I may as well do all of them and just do 3 houses. There we go. Because I mean, yeah, we need to get the drought control going. Does it have? Yeah, any potatoes, any potato, anything really starchy, to be honest. So anything that's really high in starch, it's the starch that does it. Yeah, guaranteed every time. If I go to Sonic and get some tater tots, I'm gonna have the hiccups every freaking time. Don't care because I love my potatoes. How? It's the beaver's fault that we're talking about potatoes, isn't it? It is. It really is. It is getting incredibly warm in here. I'm gonna do a thing real quick. There we go. That's better. I turned my air conditioner on. Or up. And hopefully that'll help. I should probably have the air conditioner on in the whole house. It's even warm. Like I can see the temperature in my bedroom. It's 73. What am I going to do during the summer with all that set up? That air conditioner runs like 24/7 and I only record at night. If I try to record, like right now, for me to record, because I can run my air conditioner while I'm streaming, so I have a noise gate in OBS, so you can only really hear it when I'm talking, and even then it's kind of faint in the background. But when I'm recording, I want just raw audio, so I don't have any filters on the mic, and oh my gosh, the air conditioner sounds like there's a diesel truck parked right next to my freaking mic. Not really exaggerating all that much. And I can remove that noise, but then it leaves a lot of echo, which I don't really understand. Like, I'm not enough of an audio nerd to know why taking out white noise exacerbates echo. Because while this is an echoey room, I am soon going to start working on that. Was it on fire while I was talking about it being hot? Maybe that's why it was hot. But soon I'm going to get a big sound blanket to go behind all of that. 8 foot by 8 foot sound blanket for there. I'm going to move my computer, sadly, to over there as well, because when I'm recording videos that push the GPU, it just makes so much noise that, again, like if you watch my City Skylines video, there's a lot of echo, and that's why. Because I take the sound of the PC running really hard out, but then it exacerbates that reverb. And yeah, I can do more, de-reverb, but then it starts sounding really muddy and like Charlie Brown's adults. So I don't want to do that. It's rough. Okay, cool. We have 161 logs. So as soon as this dude, now that the drought is over, as soon as he can start making planes again, Lagua, we will get this built, and then we can get some houses in, and then we can have some extra labor, which we can add to our district center and double our builders, and we'll be in good shape. You used to think pop filters fix that? No, they just fix plosives. My mic came with a pop filter. I got the Wave 3, and it came with its shock mount, pop filter, and the mic. I really like it. I didn't want to go XLR mic just yet, just because the step up in price is significantly more. But I've been very happy with this mic. I like my Blue Yeti that hangs out back there. Or there, you can kind of see it. Uh, yeah, there you go. It's just there in the shadows, commemorating its first, what, 7 years of making YouTube possible for me. Yeah. I got that thing early, early, early. Should water cool my room. I am not Linus Sebastian. It does get warm in here, though. I would like to get a newer air conditioning unit that's a little quieter and a little more powerful than what I have. But that's low on the priorities. Come on, get. Oh, hey, they are getting the planks built. Cool. Let's get some houses in then. That door goes that way. That door goes that way, and that door goes that way. Cool. And then we will give those the mid priority treatment as well. Your heat pumps are cost effective now. Yeah, we got a window unit heat pump. Our house is a heat pump. But are there window unit heat pumps? Is that a thing? The house has air conditioning. It's just, it's in the attic, which the attic is not insulated. The insulation's in the attic floor, so in the ceiling for us. But you can just look up to the attic decking, the roof decking above. There's no insulation there, and then none of our ductwork is insulated. So it's just the bare metal sitting up there in that baking attic. Attic. And because of that, on that end of the house, the air is really cool, but by the time it comes through all that superheated ductwork to get over here, it's not as cool for the central air. On top of that, the other end of the house is completely tree shaded almost all day long. This end of the house has not zero shade. So from the moment the sun comes up till it goes down, I have sun exposure on this end of the house. So it's kind of a double whammy. And that the slow heat death of Brandon Sidham. Well, I mean, it's 77 in here. It feels like it's starting to cool off a little bit. Like, I run my ceiling fan 24/7. It never gets turned off. Yeah, if I were to do any big changes to this house, I would overhaul the heating and cooling. I'd make it a 2-zone system, with one zone for the side of the house that stays cooler year round, and one zone for this side. And I would redo all the ductwork with insulated ductwork, and I'd probably blow some closed cell insulation into the rafters to what they're called, trusses, the roof trusses, to get all of that taken care of. So I'm going to let them get this built. We've got housing, so we have room for potential, now 7 more beavers. So we will get our workers that we need. So as soon as they start growing up, we can add a couple more here. So we'll just put that in. And then, of course, we've got one more job that's going to be needed to fill there. So that'll leave us with, we've got a dozen total that we're going to be adding now. So we've got 7 empty beds, 5 babies. So eventually we will have the full dozen get born. And we only need 3 of those. So we'll have 9 beavers, like, ready to go. So we'll be in pretty good shape. And check thing. Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on this to get finished, aren't we? And then once that's done, I think I'm going to go ambitious, try to get all the way back here and start working on controlling where the bad water goes. Though, they added this water source, so that's not going to be as easy as it used to be. Because it used to be that I could just divert the water and, like, channel it here. And just send it all back there, but they added this extra water source. So yeah, I've got to think about that too. So what we may do is clear these and these, or even just these, and do a set of gates here as well. So then we can close off this entirely. So maybe we just like do a set of gates here and a set of gates back here. So that during the bad tide, it can go that way or that way. And then we can stay protected here. Yeah, I think that's the play. At least to get started. Until we can get some terraforming stuff. I think that'll be our best bet. So how are we doing? Planks are still struggling. But then again, are we using a lot of them right now? Yeah, not really. Where are you? Oh, you're building that for the housing. Okay, well, that's fine. We can actually deprioritize those, even though it's almost done. I should let them just finish, but I'm going to deprioritize that. And I'm going to increase the priority just a little bit here. I forgot they had a top-down priority. It used to be bottom, so like when you change priority, like if you clicked on the lowest level, it would prioritize everything above it. They flipped it, now it prioritizes everything below it. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, honestly. It doesn't really matter. So I don't really get all that hung up on it. I know some people got really upset by that change, but I'm like, whatever. It's also functional. Yeah, we definitely are going to need some more woodcutters as well. So that's going to be part of our expansion, will be to add just a few more lumberjacks. So let's get one here that can work in this corner back here. And then let's get one more like kind of central here. So you can get a lot of those trees, because we're not really cutting down a lot right now. So how far can you reach? You can get to there. Of course, right now our log pile is full, so that's not even an issue. That's why they're not cutting down trees. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it then. They're not cutting down trees because they can't. There's nowhere to put them. But as soon as we get this other lumber mill up and running, we'll be good. We will be good. Man, I don't ever want to play Oxygen Not Included again. That game stressed me out so much. There's just so many things that can go wrong. There's just too much for me to manage all at once. And you know, like, you think you have something planned out well, but then you didn't think of one little thing, and now suddenly half of your little dudes are stuck and drowning, and it's so easy to mess up in that game. I streamed it. I think I even did a brief YouTube series on it. I found myself dreading playing, which that's not what you want. You don't want to dread playing a game. We'll cut down those trees. Yeah, we're looking good. We just got to get planks, in which we just got the second one there. Of course, we're down 4 workers right now. So I am gonna. Well, we've got one there. We're down 4 workers, but we've got 6 babies waiting to grow up and 3 more. Do you think that they'll add new beaver factions? I hope so. I know via mod.io you can. There are like there's one beaver faction. I think they're called the water beavers, and they're like albinos. And they've got all kinds of like crazy new buildings from like houses that can go in the water that act as dams, and like a bajillion new resources and production chains. Just crazy, crazy stuff. You know, I think they've gotten the feature set to a good place between the 2 factions that do exist. Because when they first started with just the 2 factions, they all pretty much shared the same stuff. So really the only difference was how the baby beavers were born or grown. And the color theme of the buildings. And that was really the only difference. Now they've pretty much separated them. Like they don't share any foods. They don't even share all the same trees. You know, so there are a lot of changes that came about over the last several updates. I'll be interested to see, you know, what happens in the game. It's like 1.0. I'll be curious, man. Oh my gosh, we're just having a death wave like crazy. We are now down by 7 jobs. Carnivorous beavers seem fun. What would they hunt though? So, you know what? I'm gonna take that back down. Yeah, it's cool that we're getting our levee system built out over here, but man, that hurts. I really need somebody here to do the planks. So where else do we have jobs that aren't filled? So our forester, but that's fine because we have plenty of trees. I'm not too worried about that. One of our lumber mills and 2 of our lumberjack flags. That's not 7. That's 4. Where's... Okay, it says we have 6 jobs not filled. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, okay, up here at the farmhouse, there's another one. So 5. Still only 5. Yeah, whatever. They grew meat plants. Meat plant. Are beavers omnivores? I don't know what a beaver eats. They're herbivores, aren't they? In like real life. I don't know. I don't know a lot about actual beavers. That rodents are basically omnivores. Ah, gotcha. Cool. Man, we really need these babies to grow up, and like now, I need it to happen. We're on our 4th drought cycle. I'm pretty sure we only go 5 before the bad waters or the bad tides start, and I am not ready for a bad tide. Like we're gonna lose a lot in a bad tide. Like most of these crops will die. Most of these trees along the edge will die. Granted, he'll replant them. And they'll still be able to cut them down even though they're dead. They will count as a log. But still, it's just... How's our water storage? We're at 213. I wonder if I should maybe add some more water storage somewhere. Like we've got like this row back here that we could throw in a bunch of water storage. And that's just logs, so we'll go like, actually we'll go here. That way I've got room to add stairs if I want to expand that storage. And we'll do 4 more small tanks. Set all these to water. Yeah, we're looking good. Just, and it's the labor shortage. I didn't get the new houses in. But primarily herbivores. Oh, okay. I didn't know rodents eat other living things. Now I'm suddenly scared of mice. I think mice are cute. I think they're just absolutely adorable. Cute little faces. Anything else? Think lizards are cute. There's a guy I follow on Snapchat. Like he followed me years ago when I first added it. So I followed him back, and he has a pet lizard, and that thing has some personality. Tell you what, he's a pretty chill dude. All right, cool. So they've got all of this in. So I think they're going to prioritize this other levy, and then we'll get our gates in. So we're getting there. It's just we really need these 3 more jobs filled so that we can get this going. I wonder, because we have such a surplus of food, if maybe, well, no, if I do that, I'll forget that I've taken farmers from those farmhouses. And then later on, we'll have beavers starving, and that would be a bad thing. But we have 1,000 food, so we're in really, really, really good shape there. We've got a drought incoming in the morning, so get to deal with that. Excuse me. Here we go. It is only a day long, though, so it won't have too much of an adverse impact on us because they'll just be able to bring the logs. So they brought the logs to most of these.
Got him!
So.
I got
him! That raid alert always cracks me up every time. It doesn't happen very much.
I'd gladly watch.
Hello! Hello, City Planner. What's up? The chat just goes crazy. Hello! Hi, everybody. How's it going? What's up? City Planner Plays. How did you wind up? When I left the stream, everything was looking really, really, really good for you. You were up to like 90, almost 100 beavers. I just started about an hour ago, so we're in there. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, planners. Is that what you? Yeah, your community's planners. Yeah, welcome, planners. What's up? Long live the eternal domain. Almost ran out of food. We're doing good on food. We're not doing good on. Thank you so much for the gift subs as well. Going out to Warfrat, Zarek, Tristus, Creatine, and the Pellet Guy. Enjoy the subs. Enjoy. And thank you so much. How do you almost like? What I'm dreading is, so I've made 2 mistakes today. Yes, I love my grid, Silver Horsey. It is, and it's a 7x7 grid to take advantage of the beehives because that covers a perfect 7x7 area. So yeah, I'm kind of the slave to the 7x7 grid. But I just paused the game. I did. But anyways, I've made 2 mistakes today. I wasn't paying attention to my logs, and we wound up in a situation where I had no logs for a long
watch a minute of that.
long time. And then I started adding, new workplaces and stuff like that because we were getting caught up in the logs, forgetting that I hadn't built any new housing. And then we just, as you rated, finally
watch a minute of that.
Finally
every time
got out of the labor shortage, and we're looking up. Our big project right now is over here for some drought management so that we can hold the water back. And then after that, I think I'm going to go, because that was our 5th cycle. And so we're in for bad tides now. So the next cycle could be a bad tide. So I want to try to manage that. And yeah, this is the same map City Planner Plays is playing on. I love this map. I used to really like the what's it called? 1,000 Lakes.
Watch a minute of that. Every time.
I should pause that alert. I really used to like the 1,000 Lakes map, but with bad tides, I don't know. They made some changes that I don't really enjoy as much anymore. I found it to be a good challenge because your little starting island is just so small, and you got to get off that thing quickly, just to even have logs. But it just, they made it even smaller, and I've yet to find a strategy that I can get off that starting island with the trees that are there. 'Cause there's only like 13 trees or something on the starting island. It's crazy. It's just nuts. But yeah, thank you everybody for the follows. Also, I need to hydrate really quick. When eminent domain on beaver houses to build 10-story high rises. I don't know. I tend to not. I tend to put things where I want them to be, and then just leave it. I play Timberborn a lot differently than a lot of people. Um, Zarek was telling me earlier that he really wants a carnivorous beaver faction, which sure. But anyways, let's look at our follows that we've had. American Rider, Chris Marion, Extra Sauce, incredible name, Jay Bissell, and Ali Hader 101. Thank you so much for the follows. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Vainglorious. By the way, hi, I'm Brandon. I should probably introduce myself because a lot of you are new. I am what they call a small content creator. I've been at it for quite a while now. I've been on YouTube. Gosh, next month will be 9 years. And this summer will mark 8 years on Twitch. I am a variety content creator. I have tons and tons of different content. Started out years and years ago with GTA Online. Quickly expanded my horizons because that community is toxic. Though I still feature some, but not as much. But yeah, I just do a variety of games on my channel. Right now, you can find on YouTube a little bit of GTA. You can find Timberborn every Friday. And then I did have a City Skylines 2 series going. I'm not sure where to go with that, to be honest. I feel frustrated every time I play it. And I have a philosophy with my channel that if I'm not having a good time, I shouldn't feature it, because for me personally, it becomes difficult to make content that I think somebody will enjoy if I myself am having a bad time. It's just, I struggle with that. So I don't know what to do with City Skylines. I've been a city builder nerd since the original SimCity back on DOS. Like, I got hooked way back then. So it hurts my heart that like I wanted City Skylines 2 to be, there, but it's just not there yet. I know it will be. We had a decade of Colossal Order showing us what they can do. So I know they've got the talent, that they have the skill. It's going to get there. It's just not there. And until it is, I'm not sure what to do with that Tuesday segment. But I also feature Astroneer. Do we have an ad break running? Could have sworn it just said something. Yeah, ads are running. Oof. But I also feature a game called Astroneer. Quite often I do news about the game, as well as a little tutorial series called Astroneer Academy that just rebooted last year, actually. I did one 3 years ago, and we've kind of restarted it. I love Astroneer. I love that game. You can see a little bit of Astroneer merch there. By the way, CPP, speaking of merch, respect the topography. Not planned. I realized that after I got out of the shower this morning, I'm like, oh, yeah. It is a great shirt. It's also made me want to change where my merch is hosted, because this thing is so freaking incredibly soft and comfy. And like after many, many washings, the print still looks good. CPP sounds like a streamer you should watch. You should absolutely subscribe to City Planner Plays. If you enjoy city builders and city skylines, like, his storytelling is just, it's so immersive. Like, and it gets better and better and better. I think that his most recent video is probably the best one he's ever done. And it just, I remember I saw an article where somebody was talking about an actual real life city planners playing City Skylines. I'm like, that's got to be incredibly boring. Like, that was my first thought. I'm like, that can't possibly be good. This guy's going to be talking about, the intricacies of just city planning and policies and everything. I'm like, there's no way that could be good. But then one day it came up in my recommendations, like years ago now, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch. And was just blown away by the storytelling and the production values that just keep going up and up and up. It's just good stuff. So yeah,
I'd gladly watch a minute of that.
absolutely. You should
Every
check
time.
out City Planner Plays.
I'd gladly watch a minute of that. Every time.
Is Song of Six a game you're playing? Oh, you're talking to Xerix. Never mind. Or you're talking to CPP. Well, you know what, chat? You do your thing. I'm gonna sit here and stare at my beavers because I'm waiting on them to finish this. You know what we could do? We could do that. Oh, they finished it. Cool. So, chat, where do we go next? I've got. I'm of two minds. Expanding over here. Wait, where was it? Where was the iron? Where? Oh, expanding back this way, and starting to collect maybe some scrap, and maybe rushing to get the stuff that Iron Blocks brings us. Or I don't know why I paused to ask these questions. Or we could come over here. I want to build floodgates here and here, or more like here, so that when a bad tide comes, it will get filtered out either back this way or it will come down. Wait, what was it? No, over here was where I was going to build the dam. Yeah, and let it come through here. So I'm going to build an actual like levee system here and
every time.
let the water go out that way. And I'm just not. I'm not 100% certain where I want to go on that. I could put gates here. If I knock this out, I could put gates right there, and then that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah. They changed this map. Like, it used to be that this was the only water source as far as fresh water, but they went and did a little sneaky on me and added this one up here, and I'm not quite used to that one being there, and so like my strategy on this map had to change, and I like that. I'm thinking that bad tide will be the thing we want to manage next. You've been craving Timberborn? Man, you got to get your PC fixed, Eric. Absolutely need to get it fixed. And thank you to Sky High Dude. Oh man, DJ Sopor. I know I butchered that. I'm sorry. And Caprio Starney. Thank you so much for the follows. It's just your motherboard that's fried, Eric. Is that what you were telling me earlier? Did I really nail it? I try so hard. Like, I've got one of those names that people read it because it's long. In chat, and they always butcher Vainglorious Gaming. Always. And it cracks me up. Man, I said I wasn't going to let the beavers go into the water for fear of a bad tide, but I don't see any way around it. I really don't. So we're going to put temporary stairs there, and we're just going to have them skedaddle way back here. Skedaddle. You can tell I live in Arkansas, can't you? Not really by choice. Not from here. But I won't bash on my current home state much. So yeah, let's get that taken out, but then maybe immediately replace them with some gates, because I don't want to just lose my fresh water out this way. That would be not fun. So we can get that knocked out. Oh, they've already got the stairs in. Man, they're quick today. So we can go through here and remove those, and then we will bring in gates. Like, we'll put, I don't know, just like a levee there, and then just have 2 gates. No, that might not be enough. Maybe we'll do a levee here and have 3 gates. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. My gosh, look at them go! They're just moving, man. So yeah, let's do levee there, and then just gates there, and then we'll have those up. I am experimenting with mods, first time ever, and I know you guys can't see that because of chat, and I'm sorry, and I've got my OBS set up in a stupid way, so if I try to move it, yeah, it's not good things. So basically, when a bad tide starts, we want that to go to 0, and when it ends, I want to manually do it because I want to make sure all the bad water flows through there. I know there's a way to tie it to the stream gauge if it detects bad water or not, and we'll get there. That's under the advanced stuff, but I don't really have any of those yet, so that won't do us any good. Let's let them get those built, and we'll have it at least lower when a bad tide starts on its own. That's going to be quite a journey for them, and there's only 4 builders. But yeah, I think that's going to be where we need to go next. I feel bad that I missed out on GeoGuessr today. Like, I never knew that I was actually decent at GeoGuessr until you started featuring it in your streams. So, like, it's 2:30 a.m. Go to bed. Go to bed. If you want the VOD, it'll be on my second channel. That is where they go. Because VODs on my main channel kill my main channel even worse than I kill it myself. Oh man, that South American one. I was surprised. I started off so bad in that one. Like I was in like the 30s, like 36 that were playing, and I think I made it up to like 7th or 8th, but it was it was a thing, that's for sure. That one was pretty tough. Still great that people amazing that people are memorizing dirt. No, I mean it's not bad. A lot of them are they give you clues. My thing is just to always look for signs with a domain on it, and then figure out what the top level domain is, and go from there. Man, I really want to get some more well-being going, other than just this. But I really think maybe we should just focus and keep our priorities set. So if I do a gate there and then block that to raise and reroute that water, we'll be good this direction. But then, yeah, we'll need to put something like right here as well. So can we have them? We've only got the 2. We've got 5 extra beavers, but I really don't want to build a builder's hut right now. I'd rather just let them get all this done. How are we doing on water? We're good on water. We've got those. We just constructed these 4 extra tanks. So we're looking all right. Yeah, when you're in like just a dirt road like that one from Thursday night, it was just a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. Derek, are you just looking around? Yep, that's Madagascar. Yeah, sure. I can see that being a useful life skill. Maybe we bring in some decoration. Like shrubs give some good aesthetics. And that's only 20 research points. And we could like put them right here so that when they go to the campfire, they pick that up. That's a pretty popular destination. We could do the lantern, which has it does have a greater reach. I like the lanterns too. They look really cool. I do like decorating my districts. Can't build a scarecrow yet because we don't have paper. That's gonna happen probably up here-ish. How's this project coming along? You know what? This is coming along pretty freaking quick. Not shabby at all. So what we'll do is think about where we want these gates to be and get that started, and then we can just finish it once they've finished that. Because we need to leave that path there for now. Otherwise, that will be too far from the district. So that one, not even under construction. That one is in just 4 more logs, which we're set on trees. For now. I mean, that won't last later, but right now we're good. That's completely full. And then there's somehow another 50, 60 logs just out there chilling somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, wow, we're even doing really well on planks. So yeah, adding the second one there was a good call. Eventually, I will build a couple more water wheels and then bring more plank production and some gears over here. Though I just realized if I put the path right there, that's going to make that a little challenging. So we may not do the path right there. Because then it would be tough to get the power connected. So these 2 are connected by that 4-way shaft, because eventually I may want to do something with the power going that way. I just go ahead and always almost spend the extra logs and do those when I don't really yet know where I want my power to go. So, no, I thought they would have that one done because it was only 4 more logs. I'm really excited to use this though. Like, Oh, do I have to set it for every one of them? Oh, okay. So that doesn't synchronize the settings. Okay. Good to know. So then how much is a string gauge? It's only 150. We've got 472. We're doing all right on research, actually, or science points. Let's experiment with this and see how that works. I'm just this is the first day, literally the first time I've ever played with mods in Timberborn, and I'm kind of excited about it. And the main reason I wanted to do mods was for the ladder. Like that's it. I was like, I really think that ladder would be pretty cool, and I haven't used one yet. I don't even know how it works, honestly. So, just trying to look at it. It has a path built into it. Okay, so the path can continue on 3 different sides. Okay. So basically, you lose that back, and then I'm guessing that, cool. Now I should build 10-story housing with ladders. I should have done ladders here instead of all of that. But they're a bit more expensive than stairs. Actually, they're a lot more expensive than stairs. 8 planks and 6 logs versus 4 planks and 1 log. That's rich. And then we have the metal stairs, which it's cool. They give aesthetics. But other than that, and then there's the spiral staircase, which there's the regular staircase that just goes up a level, which looks pretty spiftastic. And then there's a spiral staircase that looks the same. How many platforms? Oh, that's true. How many platforms do you save in the process? That's... And then I also added the picker. Oh, that just works exactly like you would expect it to. Oh, you can't pick the district. Because that's open. Oh, you can pick the district center. Cool. I dig that. Can you pick... Oh my gosh, you can do the tree type and everything. Oh, that is very well done. Look at that. Oh, that like changes so much. We have so much surplus food. A trading system would be really handy in Timberborn. Oh, gosh, they got that one done. Man. Super duper quick. We might just beat a bad tide then. We might do it. I'm not missing anything in my note because that's blocked off, so it'll just run out that way. I do want to add some gates back here because doing so, just because I've played on this map a few times, if you can get some gates or even just a levee or a dam right here, it'll hold back some of this water and just the pressure of it and the speed of it and reroute it down this way, and your water wheels over this way get a nice boost. Downside is at the end of a drought season when the water first comes rushing in, when it comes running down here and hits that and then kind of swells back, you do get flooding in the district just briefly. It goes away really quick, like seconds after it starts, but it is a downside. But it just speeds up all this through here because all of that's currently just going that way gets rerouted back into here. Not so much through here, but mostly through here. Yeah, the picker seems like it should be mandatory. Mod Sport's unofficial in Timberborn. I think they have plans to eventually... I could be totally making that up. I just imagined it. But I think they have mentioned that they eventually want to bring mods to the game. But yeah, we're kind of at that point in the game where we've just got to get past a couple hurdles, and then we can really start some big building projects. And this is one of them. You know, this is where on YouTube you just get to edit this bit out, the waiting, or make it a nice quick time lapse. And so what took 45 minutes goes by in 15 seconds. Um, no such luck on Twitch. We're just gonna sit through it, deal with it. Is it snowing on my? Why is there snow? I don't know. I'm not even sure what I put on that sign anymore. It's not. It looks like it's very bright, but it's not all that bright. It just looks that way on camera. It's turned down to like 5% brightness. So like I don't even really notice. When it's at 100% though, it's like the freaking sun just glaring down on me. Oh, go get water, dude. Take a break. Go get some water. Who are you? Oh, you sound so sad. I don't have custom names added to Timberborn. I would love to. I would love to have channel supporters and things like that, but that would only be 21 names. So that would be a little difficult to actually, we would already be out of names, and so we'd have like 2 of everybody starting soon. So yeah, not a whole lot of names in the Vainglorious supporters list, unfortunately. All right, cool. So let's look at this. So if we link that, so we link it from here under advanced, link it to that. What? Wow. Okay. There's a lot here. I am gonna disable the overlay for just a minute so you guys can look at this with me. Nope, not that one. There, that you can see the important part. Still see me. Cool. So chat will be off for just a minute. So disable during drought. So why would I want to disable? Oh, so disable it triggering anything. Okay, I get that. So let's. Can I attach? Okay, so I can attach multiple floodgates to one thing. So let's figure this out, chat. And if you guys have used this, by all means, feel free to chime in with insight. So basically, you're disabling the automation during those if you do any of that. So that's fine. I don't think I really want to worry about this. Stream gauge low threshold. Floodgate height below low. Stream gauge low threshold. Okay, so that's saying like this is how low the water will get to be on its low. This is what we should do at the floodgate if it goes below that. Okay, got it. So the high threshold, so if it gets up to a certain depth, this is what the floodgate should do. And then contamination. This is what I'm really interested in, is contamination. So contamination low, we want these all the way up. Contamination high, like as soon as contamination starts, like as soon as it starts. There we go. I want to lower them because we want the water to flow out that way. Yes. And then we'll just, I don't worry about I'm not worried about the depth at all. So yeah, that is going to, when there's no contamination, have them raised. And when there is any contamination, have them completely lowered. So now I want to link these guys to that as well, but I want to get the fourth one built here real fast. So we'll get rid of that path, get that gate in. I like this. Oh, that will drive me crazy that is not going the same direction as the others. You guys do the same thing? Like, your floodgates all have to be pointing the same way? What is happening here? My mouse button is slowly dying. Alright, so, no. You're supposed to be raised right now. Oh, I have to do that for all of them. Is it a Razer mouse? No, I'm slowly getting rid of all my Razer peripherals. No. So I'm going to turn that off. And raise all those up. I just... Why is it not raising? I had bad luck with Razer peripherals. The keyboards... Well, okay, so what's causing this to go back down? It's immediately lowering it back down. The keyboards just didn't... They just didn't last, and the Razer software is really strange. Like, I had this situation where I'd be typing along, and in the middle of a word, it would just occasionally, just randomly, pick a letter and put like 9 of them, even though I'd only hit it once. At first, I thought it was like maybe mechanical, something in there. So I cleaned it all out, took it apart. No, and then one day I just disabled the Razer software just to see, is that what's going on? And sure enough, it was the problem. It does sound like a macro, yeah. The only thing I use Razer software for now are the LEDs on the fans in my case are on a Razer RGB hub, and I plan on getting that rectified eventually. Okay, so that should... Am I just reading this wrong, friends? So, set height below low contamination. Low contamination is 0. So if it's... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I have to bring this up a little bit. Contamination low threshold, we'll say, is 1%. And then the height, we want all the way up. Right? There's nothing below 0. No, it's kind of what I was hoping for. I didn't want to have it at... If I put it at 0, they they lower back down. So we'll put it at 1. Bump this to 2. Very, very small threshold there. And then we need to make sure that all 3 of these are like that. It'd be nice if there's a little box there I can type in. And there. So those should all 3 be raised now. Yeah, cool. All right. So it's working. Good. It's just a drop coming. We're fine. So we will bump these up to 2%. It'd be nice if this mod synchronized these settings so I didn't have to set it for everything. I wonder if that's a thing. Yeah, exactly. DJ, yeah, exactly. It is a little cumbersome that the synchronized, isn't it? I wonder if maybe if like I clicked it after the fact, if it would synchronize them, but I doubt it. Well, that's all right. We'll get there. So then we want to attach. We could probably use the same string gauge. The contamination over that way is not going to be much different than it is here. It's not that far away. I think that'll be safe. So let's attach all these to that string gauge as well. I do like this though. It's not the most user-friendly, but I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. So we want to do just the opposite on this one. When there is no contamination, we want them full open. When there is contamination, we want them closed, right? Yeah. Just season-based triggers? Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it needs a little polish. A little bit, but you know what? It works. So set height below contamination of 1. We want them open. And then if it's 2, closed. Yeah? I'm just going to like synchronize and see if that did not do anything. Yeah, I think this is the one I was really looking forward to playing with, so I'm glad I got to it to today's stream, or in today's stream. This is the one that I was most... Yeah, stairs, ladders, that's all cool. And some of the decorative stuff is great. But anything that can automate, because that's every time a bad water comes, especially once your district gets huge, you're just like raising and lowering gates. Like you pause the game real quick before the bad water gets in, and then you're just manually doing all the gates and trying to remember which ones do I have to do. And inevitably, every fourth or fifth bad tide, you forget about one, and then beavers die and trees are dead, and everybody's sad. Nobody wants that. So we're going 1% there, and what did we say? Full up? Yeah. Thought we set height all the way up on that. No. Oh, yeah. Open. Okay. I remember. And then it's 2% all the way up. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're cooking now. That that's wrong. That's why it wasn't letting me move it, because I hadn't done anything yet. There, and contamination. You're open. Here 1%, and then height is closed. The drought always just creeps me out. Just that sound is so dramatic. Awesome. So that has, they all say 2%, but did you notice that that's moving? They all say the same thing with the slider. Makes you believe that it's not the same thing. Did that really? Oh, about to say, we should have. Yeah, half a meter. We should get through a drought, no problem. We don't have any powers, so we won't make any planes. We don't need them right now anyway. So that should keep everything nice and hydrated through the entire drought, which is 1.3 days. I know you guys can't see that. So awesome. These I don't think we need to really worry about. I'm just going to leave those. Usually I leave set at half a meter and never change them. So then our next project is going to be back here. And then our final one will be back here. Oh goodness. I don't know if you heard that. Stomach just suddenly growling. It's like, you should eat something. Didn't eat anything today. I decided sleeping in was more important than getting up and having breakfast. Which, you know, terribly poor life choices, but whatever. Just say ads running. Just sorry, I saw something pop up over there in Twitch. So yeah, we kind of want to do the same thing now. Unpause the game, that would help. And bring them up this way, and we'll just do. We could get away with higher gates here. Maybe hold back. Yeah, we probably should do higher gates here. Well, no, it's never going to be above 1 meter here on that side, because of that land there. So it can't, I mean, we could have it go over 1 meter, but then we'll wind up flooding everything, and then we'd have to build really huge gates back here. And even like a levee system to keep it from spilling over. And so yeah, we're not, it's be fine. Little tiny ones will be just fine. Cool, we'll do that, and then we need a stream gauge. So I'm gonna pause production on that one, because we need to have a stream gauge like here that we tie into that. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. So they should get that built relatively quick. It is a bit of a journey from the district, which I know we've been ignoring for quite a while, but it's fine. They've got food, they've got water, babies. We're just chilling. You know what we could do? Yeah. I'm gonna pause for just a second. What we could do while the district is just chilling, while we do all this flood management and bad water management, is throw in just a couple extra researchers, scientists, inventors, there's the word, and get some extra science out of the deal. They're not making enough power to go like to the big, I don't even remember what it's called, observatory? I always have trouble remembering what all the different names of everything is. I always want them to be the Banished names from way back in the day. Yes, I'm a big Banished nerd. I love that game. I still keep up to date. I mean, they don't update. What is the name of the big mod? I mean, it just went 404 in my brain all of a sudden. But whatever that huge overhaul mod is, it just adds tons of resources and buildings. All right, this is gonna drive me nuts. I gotta look at it. I gotta look it up. Interesting. There you go. I know you guys can't see this. I apologize. Workshop. And my subscribed items. Colonial Charter. Well, it hasn't been updated in a while. The Colonial Charter mod adds so much stuff to the game, just expands it out so much. I love Banished to this day. It's a game I have to be careful. Like, if I launch it, like I gotta set a timer or an alarm or have somebody like, do a wellness check, something. Because I could like start playing it like, in the morning and be like, oh, I'll play Banished for a couple hours. And the next thing I know, it's midnight. It's just one of those games for me. Also, recently discovered Power Wash Simulator's an addiction. I never thought a game about power washing could be fun. But I just recently picked up Game Pass last month, finally. I don't know why I didn't pick it up sooner. And boy, got Power Wash Simulator. That game is digital crack. It just keeps you going and going and going. I love it. Oh, and the reason I picked up Game Pass is, I mentioned earlier I do the Astroneer Academy series, which is just kind of it covers every aspect of Astroneer. Whether somebody's new to the game or a pro, there's something there for everybody. Just pro tips, best practices, and things like that. And it's not just me that writes it. I have a group of people. No, I agree, CJ. It doesn't have any right to be that good, and it is that good, which is crazy. But I'm about to have to redo like talking about the achievements that you can get in Astroneer, and the game's been out for several years now, and it's been 6 years, 5 years since I last did all the achievements. So I just kind of wanted to like be sure I was fresh in my thinking. And see if there were like new best strats for getting the achievements. So I'm like, I don't want to ask my friends at Systemera to reset my status on Steam because then I'll lose everything that I've unlocked in the game. So I'm just like, I gotta get in Game Pass. And yeah. I wound up with a new addiction. Alright, so as soon as I get this built, we can unpause that. But I don't know. It's just something. Now, buy one IRI, the power washer. I use it for exactly two things: to clean out my gutters and to wash my car. That's it. Rental Unit 1 has used it on the driveway and sidewalks before. But that's all. All right, so these during normal times just need to be open. So what we should do now is find a way for them to get back here. I don't know why I keep pausing to do these things. So we can do just like a temporary path. It doesn't really matter. That way, while I'm figuring out how to set this other set of gates, they can just skedaddle over here and get this other stuff going. I really don't want to build stairs to go over there, so we're just going to go around. This is all temporary anyway. So I want to get that right. Oh, actually back here. So yeah, we do want to cross right there. That'd be fine. I think that's double high. No, it's single. I mean, that side's double high, but we can use stairs for that. We'll go through there. Get back here. Bring them over here. What a path. What am I doing? And then this is a rough one because how do we get them down there to it? I want to keep them out of the water because I know just as soon as I let them go in the water, bad tide's gonna hit. Half my district's gonna be chilling in the water and they're all gonna die. And I won't be able to get an herbalist built in time. So, you know, paranoia. Very strong with this one. I think they'll still be able to reach that one. Yeah, they'll be able to reach that one from up there. So yeah, we'll be good to go. What we need to do here though is get rid of that. And then that's the only thing I'm going to prioritize is that tree. They'll get that built in their own due time. But if I don't prioritize that tree, they'll come way over here and try to build this stuff first. Maybe. It's hard to say. That might be too far from the district. Excuse me. It is too far from the district. So yeah, they would have taken it down anyway. So we'll get them doing their thing here. Need a beaver train. There are trains in Mount Io. But I never build to a scale that I think is really necessary. All right, so we're going to slow down the simulation so that I can come over here and once again make my brain hurt. So we want to, first of all, add a string gauge. So that one, we will attach that. That gets like really noisy. Cool, so that is now all three of those on there. We basically want to do the same thing that we did for these. So when the contamination is, oh, this one, below 1%, we're just wide open. I do sound like I'm from Arkansas. Here, the lake done got contaminated. I said I wasn't going to make fun of Arkansas on this stream, and here I go. And then over 2%. Wait. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong one. There's where I'm going to go. If it goes over 2%, we want to raise them up. I apologize if any of you are from Arkansas. I have a hard time not making fun of Arkansas. It is interesting place to live. So cool. I like that it shows me what's connected. I can just go in there and bam. Kansas. Oh, dude. That is the way to piss off somebody from Arkansas. Like, not me, I don't care. But man, they take that personally. You don't say Arkansas and you never speak ill of the Razorbacks, which I don't know. I'm not a big sports person. My sports are auto sports. I'm into cars. And so, you know, football, all that just doesn't appeal to me in general. Whatever. If that's your jam, go for it. Just not my thing. But, don't ever say a bad word about the Razorbacks, and never, ever taunt somebody for how ridiculous they sound when they say "woo pig suey." My brother-in-law's a huge Razorbacks fan. Like, huge. Like, their house has Razorback decor everywhere in it. Mickey Mouse and Razorbacks. We still have 3 beavers who aren't doing anything, but I think I'm going to be all right with it. Yeah, we are about to be in a really good place, and we still haven't had our first bad tide. I think we're going to be fine. Unless I've just completely overlooked something. So these will close, these will open, and that'll let all of this bad water go that way. Don't jinx it. I don't believe in jinx. I don't believe in them. Can't jinx myself if I don't believe in them, right? Know how that works? If I don't believe in a thing, then it definitely isn't there. Like Santa Claus. Unless, of course, you're a child, then no, totally real. Santa Claus is absolutely real. I actually had a couple years ago somebody send me a rather tersely worded email just after the holidays because I posted my Happy Holidays video. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I told the story of how I, when I was a kid, at a very young age, discovered the myth of Santa instead of the reality of Santa. And I put a disclaimer at the beginning of the videos. Big, huge red letters. Do not watch this without with your children until you've watched it first. Like, it was just there because I didn't want to ruin it for anybody's kid. And I guess somebody ignored the warning and watched it with their kids. And they're mad. It's like, how dare you say Santa isn't real? You know my kid watches your channel. I'm like, I know, but that's why I put the warning there. I know people have kids that watch my channel. Why, I don't know. If I had kids, I wouldn't let them watch my channel. We don't shy away from complicated, controversial topics here. We keep it respectful. We keep it, from getting, not reaching a boiling point, but I'm fine with talking about, really complicated and controversial things. And it's the world we live in. It's complicated, controversial. And occasionally I get rather sweary, depending on how frustrating it is. If I had a kid, I wouldn't. No way. Then again, I will never have kids. Not for me. I respect all of those of you who are advancing the species. Salute, but no thank you. I've said this before, I would probably wind up in prison. Not for child abuse. I would never hurt a child. But for child neglect. Because I'd be like, I know he's just 18 months old, but he'll be fine for 6 hours while I go play a video game, right? Yeah, sure. And it was like, yeah, it changes when you have them, and then I don't want it. I don't want to change. I'm happy where I am. Yes, the pellet guy. Enjoy the emotes, and even better, enjoy the lack of ads. And it said somebody just followed, but I didn't get an alert. Oh, because my overlay is off. Hold on, let me fix that. Boop. Let's, did they really get rid of the replay button in my, All right, Streamlabs, what are you up to? There you go.
I'd gladly watch a minute of that.
There you go.
Every
You
night.
get your, Oh, did I miss the bouncing emoji again? It's my favorite one. That sign is there just to keep people watching. There was a big black void of nothingness back there, and it was a pretty dark shadow. Did you do the extended floodgates mod too? Wait, what? It's time for you to get editing. Hey, take care. Thanks again for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Wasn't sure, I thought I'd reach out and ask, oh yeah, I did see that mod. No, I didn't. I don't usually build high enough to think that it would be an issue. Like, I see people who like their city winds up, or their district winds up like 10, 15 blocks higher than the terrain, and they just build on platforms and levees and stuff like that. I don't know. I've never been that guy. It's just not usually how I play. I'd love to show you some of my older districts, but they're all on different versions of the game, so it kind of like it doesn't want to cooperate. Also, I don't understand why my mod manager button's not here. It was there last night, but now it's not here. But yeah, so I don't ever really build tall enough to get those super tall floodgates. So who knows? I may look into it. That's true. I could see something like canyons. that would probably be a good one for it, and maybe even that one. I cannot think of the name for it, but the one that's basically like 7 big craters, like really deep craters. That might be a good one for it. I tend to play this map, Waterfalls. I used to play Thousand Lakes all the time. I love Thousand Lakes back in the day. I have a copy of it that I'm working on making it Badwater ready, the original Thousand Lakes. I'm just trying to figure out the best way and where to actually add the regular, like these Badwater sources that are always on the map, and how to make sure that bad tides are going to be something you can manage. Because in the original Thousand Lakes map, and I can't remember if it still does it or not, the water source is way up high and then immediately splits into 2 around the map. It's a rather wide water source. I can't remember if the new one has that or not. That's kind of what I was hoping they would do. Would be a platform and then another floodgate. It's such a long journey, though. This is just going to take a while. So how's everybody's Saturday? You've all, so far, most of you spent your day watching Twitch, which sounds like how I would probably spend my Saturday if I wasn't streaming. I do stream pretty much every Saturday afternoon. It's usually a community stream. But I kind of let March sneak up on me without having anything planned for this weekend, and I didn't want to throw out a community stream 2 days before it, saying, hey, here's what we're playing and when, and make people from the community feel like, oh, well, maybe I should do the community stream, but I already had plans this weekend, and then not have anybody show up and it just be me playing solo when it's supposed to be a community stream and then look like a total loser. So just didn't do a community stream. It's like Saturday morning cartoons for a 40-year-old starting. Yeah. That, when City Planner Plays definitely had a more regular upload schedule. That was actually how I started my Saturdays off. Like, I'd get up, have breakfast, watch City Planner Plays, go take a shower, sit down, do my community live stream. And that was just for the longest time. And it was like Saturday morning cartoons. I don't understand Saturday morning, or even, first of all, are they even a thing anymore? But the last time I turned on cartoons on a Saturday morning, I'm just like, wow, kids today, they don't have good cartoons at all. I just want this done so I can actually work on the district. So we've only got like 40 more minutes in the stream. Yeah, I work at 7 a.m. on Saturday. I used to work third shift. Oof. That did wonders for my social life. But then I eventually came out of the closet, and that did even better wonders for my social life, because most of my friends were all, back at the time I was a church-going boy and all that, and they were like, oh, so you're gay now? Like, well, kind of always was. It's just, now I'm finally ready to admit it. But yeah, nothing kills off a religious social circle quicker than coming out of the closet. It'll do it. Oh, one more, and then we can. Oh, we can't link it because we're gonna build that still too. But that's almost done. Like, they just gotta come, like, go at it, and it'll be done. Because that's what they do. They just kind of like move their hands around. It's adorable. I like that they added the. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a drop, not a bad tide. Good. Granted, there's no trees. They're not cutting trees right now, but when they actually do cut the trees, they actually lean over and chew the tree down. That animation, so adorable. So what are we doing here, friends? This doesn't take that many resources. It's just because it's so far away. Yeah. But they can carry 2 logs at a time. We've got 4 builders, so this should get done today. And then we can link this up, and then we can plan on what else we're going to do. This game, it's so addictive, and it's because it's just there's just always something to do in Timberborn. It's like, well, I want to expand, but that means I need to build more housing. But now that I've built more housing, I need more water pumps and food, and well, to get all that stuff built, I don't have enough planks. So I need to increase my planks, which means I need even more housing, which means I need even more food. You know, it's just this progressive snowball of events that you have to stay on top of, which is what I love about it. Let's see, you finished that and not that. Okay, well, we can get started here. So, string gauge. I like if that made a click confirm. I guess it visually confirms that it did. All right, so these are the ones that we want always closed. So, when contamination is at 0. Wait, didn't we figure out that doesn't work? Yeah, it's got to be like at 1%. Yeah, cool. So we want 1% up. So 1% all the way up. Check. I did check the checkbox. Why doesn't that look like it's up? Threshold. Stack. Yep. All the way up. Oh, there they go. It's like they are. Oh, I wonder if it's because of that they didn't all go up until they all matched. So maybe you can synchronize this. Like if I set it for just one, if I only link just one, but then tell the other ones to all be synchronized, would that work? You know what? We're going to find out. We're going to delink these. We're going to lower those down. And then we're going to attach just this one to that. And then reset this. And now since they're synchronized, will this... Yeah! Okay, so you don't have to set them all. Okay. Alright, so you don't have to do every single one of them. You can synchronize them, but only attach one of them. It's because I attached them all to that floodgates that I had to do them all. Alright, cool. And then when we get above 2%, yeah, that makes sense. It's not like it's kind of telling you that, but not really. It could use with just a little bit of text of synchronize indicates that it's going to do all of it. I don't know. It could definitely use a little polish, but you know what? We got there, so we're good. Of course, we're now in drought, so we can't measure how much more power we're getting. We were getting like 170, I think, out of this one. So when this drought is over in 2 days, we should be looking at a lot better. I apologize if you hear a lawnmower. I swear. Yeah. I don't know if that's us or my neighbor, but it's loud. Shouldn't be us. Parental Unit 1 knows I'm streaming right now. Considering there's a window right there. And that's directly in line with the microphone. Having a lawnmower. Doesn't work. You can barely hear something. Part of that could be my air conditioner too, because it's still 76 in here, even with my air conditioning going full blast. I should have turned on central air because it's 70 degrees outside and sunny. But, oh well, I forgot. And now we're streaming, so whatever. I'll just live with a little bit of warmth. Okay, so where do we want to go next? We want to start thinking about expanding what resources we have. And I would also like to get well-being bumped up. So with those goals in mind, since we're currently doing fine on logs, I'm going to unmark our chestnuts. And I'm going to add in gatherer right here. And we're going to tell that guy to prioritize chestnuts. And then we're going to give him a little place to store his chestnuts. Right there. Bring that path there. And then I guess right next to it we'll do a couple grillers because that's a pretty big area. And then we'll give them a place to store said grilled chestnuts. So you are going to be chestnuts, which apparently we already have some. You are going to be grilled chestnuts. And we need to set our recipe to those. Whoosh. And then we can get rid of all these temporary paths that are out here in the middle of water. So I think I would like to, even though we have plenty of food, food is a great way to increase well-being by introducing diversity into their diet and more highly. Beavers like processed foods. I don't know if they know that they're bad for you or not, but they like processed foods. Processed means a different thing to them, but whatever. So I'm wondering if maybe we could do like a little spatterdock farm, like right here, and get some grilled spatterdock going. That wouldn't require anything research-wise except for the aquatic farmhouse. Woohoo! What'd we do? Why are you so... Wow! That's quick. Check, we did already have some chestnuts just chilling, though. So that's why. I like to keep well-being as high as possible. Because it just makes everything else easier. If they're living longer, moving faster, working faster, your life is just easier with beaver. So let's do a big freaking construction project here. You're gonna kind of not wall off, but line this whole area platforms. And then we will split it right here into two distinct areas just so we have access, basically. So they're not running all the way back here or all the way over here every time. Put that there, and then we will go probably like here. There won't work. It's a 3 wide, 2 deep building. Yeah. So we'll go there. And then the other one we'll put like right here. And they should, in theory, be able to get down there. And have all that area covered. We will check that right now. So yeah, he can reach way over to that one. I want to have 2 of them. Just so they keep up with planting and harvesting. And then, because I know we are eventually going to need more trees, where do we want to put another woodcutter? Maybe here, so he can start on to that other side once we build out over there, and then we can also get some of this. Hold on, first things first, let's finish our food processing that we're doing here. So, spatter dock just needs grills. And storage for the spatter dock. Can we do these yet? And they're expensive, but it might not be a bad idea. Do the large warehouse. Because that's a really high quality food, and if we have a lot of it. We'll stick with medium for now. I know I'm being indecisive. So we want to have a place to store our spatter dock. Let's kind of split the difference in that location so they don't have to go too far either direction. That will be just for plain old spatter dock. Like that's it. That's all that's going to go in there. And then we need some grillers, but I don't want these to get too far away from the district. I guess it's not that far away, though. Like, how far is this going to be? Well, we don't know yet because I haven't built that. Like, this is going to be 62. It's just kind of starting to get into the orange. So we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. What we'll do is... yeah, we're going to get rid of this. I changed my mind on that. What we're going to do is actually just put a griller next to each one of these guys. And maybe not even bother storing just, like, the raw spider dock. Just go straight to grilling it. Because they won't have to go very far to get what they need. I always forget what actually don't they don't degrade. Nah. There's no food doesn't rot or things like that. They'll just, as long as it just exists. If it exists until it's consumed, it's a thing. So I think like that should be enough, but I may just go ahead and bring a little bit more like here. Just forgets and shiggles. So that's there. I'm pretty sure they can reach that far back. Yeah, we're good. That should be plenty. I left that little strip there because I will eventually want to continue paths by that way. So cool. That's our next big project. We have enough beavers to work there, I believe. That requires 2? Question mark. Yeah. So 6. No, we don't have enough beavers. So we need to think about building some more housing. It is time for a housing project, and I kind of want to just keep going up right now, which we can do, I think, fairly simply. No, we can't, actually. We can do it down here on this end, though. What we could do is put a path here, and up. Hello? There we go. So we can go up there. Do we want to go symmetrical? Yeah, let's go symmetrical. Let's, even though this isn't the most efficient way to do this, because it means we're going to have to, like, wrap around somewhere. Well, whatever. So we need to get these now. Actually, no, this is kind of dumb to do it this way. Yeah, this is smart. Let's get rid of that one. Because I don't have anywhere for it to wrap around, so we'll have to do it this way. That was not my most shining moment there. So we'll get a couple more houses like that. That'll work. Nope, didn't want that. Undo. So with Spider Dock, we should get our well-being up to 11, which isn't shabby, to be honest. There we go. Yep, cool. That'll work. And how are we doing out here? That's just going to take a long time to build. Because they've got all of these platforms, and they can't build, like, in the middle because I took away the stairs. Like, if I were to add these stairs, they would probably be able to build it quicker because they could work on multiple ones at a time. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter, honestly. Yeah, I'll just let them do their thing. So drought's over. As I mentioned, you do get a little bit of flooding by doing this back here. But it usually subsides. Usually. Today it seems to not to want to subside. Granted, they did add in a new water source, so that could be just that extra bit of water may be enough that it's causing our flooding here. So we could just boop that down like that and let it. It looks like we're eventually going to start really flooding here, like really badly. But even that's not taking care of it. It's just getting deeper and deeper. Man, who knew that 2 extra little bits of water would cause this type of trouble? Usually, like, it floods and then it's gone. Like, it literally shoop, shoop, right back down. And it's not causing anything but this one water pump any grief. What's doing for our power, though? Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Wow. Oh, my gosh. No way. Okay, so maybe we let a little water through here. Um, this one. So we will bring that down to 1/2. Let some water out here, maybe? That's not letting any water out. Good job. Hey, you know what? We're learning, and it's okay. We have flooded out our entire district. But we did so in the name of knowledge, so it's fine. What we can do is change these from actual levees and putting gates there and lower those gates. And yeah, they got the wet fur bonus stuff. Exactly. If we put those in and have them all lowered, maybe then. Wow, really? Huh. Okay, so we have to open these. There's just no way around it. Okay, that's fine. We'll let that flow that way. Now it should get rid of the flooding. Eventually, it's going to take a minute for all of that to work its way over there, and to work its way out here. Wow! Holy cow! However, our beavers are happier than ever. Is it because they got the wet fur? Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. It's because they got wet fur from the flood. But see, it's not all bad things. We just took out their food and water and housing and all their jobs. But we made them happier. Oh no. Come on. Look, this is a net zero change that I've made here. That is still flowing exactly how it was. This is still blocked just like it was. This is still flowing. Look, game, come on. Knock it off. This map does have some weird flooding over here. It's just because of the weird angles that happens. Every time I've used this map, I always get some flooding that happens. But man, that's right up there. That it still gave us a little bit more powers for some reason. I don't really understand why. But cool. They're making a lot of progress back here. We can deprioritize this. I know what a content creator who lowers priority. It's madness, isn't it? I tend to lower priority instead of raise priority because that seems to just make more sense in my brain. It's like, this isn't really important right now. This stuff, get to it when you can type thing. I've never seen anybody else lower priority. When I get really big projects going, I will have all 5 priorities in place somewhere to make sure that they build things in certain order and don't get trapped. So we're going to start thinking about getting out across here and starting to do some really good expansions. So this will be the next big project that they work on. Will be all of these pathways across because we have to preserve the grid. The grid is sacred. I mean, I don't have to, but I like to. It just makes me happy because as soon as we start making paper, again, the beehive is, I see so few people actually use this thing. And it's so good because it speeds up your land-based crops by 25%. So you can actually wind up not having to expand your food production area as much and still have enough food for all of your beavers. And it's just absolutely, why wouldn't you use that? I don't know. It's never, I see so many people just ignore it. Like it's just not a thing. So yeah, Spider Dock is key now. Because that'll get us. Is Spider Dock a 2? I think Spider Dock's a 2. I think it's. Yeah. What am I gonna do with the bad tide? Hello. Not me, don't worry. We've got the bad tide sorted. So when it comes, we have water coming in the map here and water coming in the map here. So when the bad tide hits, these gates will close and these gates will close. And then this one will open to usher it out that way. And then this one will just stay open and it can keep flowing out that way. So we should be fine. We should be okay. The only big issue is I got to make sure I close these gates when it happens. So that we don't have it flowing backwards into there. But also so we don't lose too much water from here. And we wind up losing all of our water crops. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. So when a bad tide starts, I'm just going to raise that all the way up. And then I'm going to manually lower them. I'm sure when I start getting warnings that the entire district is flooding, I'll remember to lower the gates. Speaking of bad tide, in 3 days, it's the first one. So they might have time to get all this done. Did we ever increase the number of beavers working here? We didn't. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? There we go. But now we don't have 2 jobs filled. Whatever. Why are you building? Oh, they're not. They're building here. Dang, wait, where are they? Oh yeah, here they go. They're the building up here. Oh, there's one. And of course, we're lacking workers. Because of course we are. I can never have that balance in place when I add new jobs. So that's okay, because we're going to add 3 new houses right after this gets built. So it'll be all right. It'll be just fine. And I'm not going to stress about the bad tide. I'm going to let this do its thing. Set it to format, just turn that a priority. Yeah, I could do that. That way, oh, then we don't have anybody working there. Never mind. No, come back. Come back. So, there we go. Yeah, we'll change the priority once we have enough, because that kind of just took all over Builder's Way. Yeah, I usually do lower my builder priority once I get a bigger district. I prefer, like I said, same with building. I prefer to lower priorities than raise them. Yeah, that's just gonna keep emptying it, and they're gonna go work elsewhere. Because if you prioritize everything, you're prioritizing nothing. You know, it just, which sounds like the most obvious thing in the world to say, but it seems like a lot of people don't quite get that. I am a bit worried that this is going to be too narrow, and we're going to have the bad water spill over. Maybe I should have put like a levee here and made these taller. Oh, we're about to find out, aren't we? I just noticed that this is really narrow back here. Hopefully by having 2 locations to go, it'll be all right. I mean, because our normal water isn't causing any issue with it, so yeah, I'm a little nervous about it now. But I'm not gonna do the gates manually like I normally do for bad tide. Like, my reflex is there. Like, to do it, but we've got the string gauges. So if I set that up right, they should just do their thing. And if I didn't have it set up right, well, we're about to lose. Yeah. We got the water management mod or whatever it's called. So, okay, so we did get bad water there sooner than we got it there. I didn't think about it coming down right here. Okay, so we do need to have another string gauge right here. That one's not sufficient on its own. Okay, well, that's fine. So I'll lie and we'll manually do that. So it's immediately going to put them right back down. There, now it did it. Okay. So we did, unfortunately, get some bad water in there. I don't think it's enough to contaminate the beavers. Maybe it is. Oh, no, it is. Oh, no. And I forgot to raise this, and we're just losing all of our water. Oh, we need to get it out of there anyway. It's contaminated. Oh, man. We contaminated the beaver. Oof. And I don't have... Okay, well, you know, all because I mean, everything else worked. Like, that one worked, because as soon as it got there, it changed it, and that went there. If I would have had my gauge here instead of there, we would have been just fine. I agree. I'm sad too. I'm sorry, little guy. I don't have anything I can do for you. I wish that weren't true, but I don't have anything I can do for you. So once we get clean water flowing back through these others, they should automatically switch over. We've got to filter all that bad water out first. Which, is it going to flow out of there? Should. Maybe I should put the floodgate like up here. Just build like a really wide gate. It's just unreal how much it changed just by adding. They just added 2 little water sources and made a path for it. And that has totally changed how water works in this map. Absolutely crazy. So that's got a little contaminant in it, but it's not enough to do any damage, so it'll be alright. And it'll get that stuff on out of there. So we should, aside from that one beaver, bless his heart, be okay. So what I'm going to do is temporarily knock down one of these. We can rebuild it. And we're going to put a string gauge like here. I play on the easy. I like it on easy. I've had a few people mock me for that, you know, but whatever. I play where I have fun. I don't like... No, I know you're not. I know you're not, but I've had some people... I've had some people be like, oh, you're not experiencing the game if you... You know, if they want to play hardcore, go for it. That's great, but I like just getting to kind of chill and build and things like that and deal with a little bit of a challenge. I don't change any of the settings, though. Is it in the single player game? Exactly. Exactly. It is, you know, if it was an online game, yeah, I would be all about making sure I was playing the same way everybody else plays. But oh, wait, what? You can play multiplayer Timberborn? So this is literally, I just started looking at mods last night. For today's stream, I knew I was going to be streaming Timberborn. Which I stream a lot of Timberborn. It's kind of my go-to anymore. Because it's a fantastic game that lets me be able to keep up a chat. but also be something that like we can all be involved in and make recommendations. Like some like, you know, there is no backseating tag on my channel. If somebody has some insight, by all means, share. So we made that tree high priority. There you go. And then they'll come out here and build that, which once I get this path right here, it should no longer be too far from a district. Yeah? Yeah. So this one will be linked to just those floodgates, but ooh, which one is which? Okay, so that one's fine. That one's fine. Oh, am I really gonna have to click back and forth? That one's fine. Okay, so the bottom three we want to take out. There we go. So that one is for here. Yeah, I could link. I probably should just link them both to this one, shouldn't I? And get rid of that one. Because that was the problem, is that the bad water got to here before it got to here. So we want it to flow out as soon as these close. So yeah, we should just get rid of that one entirely. I'll bring a path over here for them to be able to recover that stuff, because let's not let things go to waste. Recover that, recover that. And then while we're waiting here, we will go in advanced and add stream gauge just to that one. And then, okay, so we've already, so when contamination is there, we just want it open. When contamination goes above 2%, we want it closed. Cool. That's good. And then that one will control all of those once they're all built. And then we want to go here and attach the stream gauge. But on this side, we want the opposite. We want to, when it is there, we want it closed. And when it is here, we want it open. Yeah. That's the deal. That is exactly what we want. So, do you not have storage for this stuff? Is that the problem? No storage space available. Okay, well then we'll just whatever. Boop. Boop. Done. Gone. Bye. So get rid of this temporary path and put our floodgate back in. And next bad tide, we should be fine. These are the type of things I'll go high priority for. Stuff that is truly, truly like urgent. So this one's fine. This is all working. Yeah, that's set. Those don't change anymore because, well, we discovered it can't. Do we want to try to get this dude taken care of? You know what? I think I do. See if we can rush it here. We don't really have the workers, but if I put a forester right there and plant just a little patch of dandelions, you don't need a lot. Put that right there, and then unlock the herbalist. We should have more than enough science. Where are you, herbalist? There you are. And we'll build that kind of right here, but we'll have to put in a little platform. I like building that over water as much as possible. What else can you use it for? So herbalist there, and then we need to get a hospital bed in somewhere. Ah, here's a good place for a hospital bed. That's a contemplation spot. Let's do just 2 of them for now. That'll be fine. And maybe. Oh, I thought that the medicine. Oh, so they don't go there with the medicine like it used to work with medicine? I've been playing with Iron Teeth lately, so they don't send the stuff there. Like, oh no, it doesn't have an inventory, does it? Oh. Decontamination pods are only available on Iron Teeth, I thought. Am I wrong? Yeah, there's no decontamination pod under Folktales. It's an iron teeth only. You have to do the herbalist who makes an elixir or something. Oh, it needs paper to be built, and we're not making paper. Yeah, there's no decontamination pod. Yeah, it's iron teeth that has decontamination pods. You got to use this guy, the herbalist, that does that. We're not making paper. Oh, we're flooding again. That's lovely. Why? Oh, because I never I never opened those gates back up after the bad time. Remember, I even said, I'll know that I forgot to open them. You see flooding in the district. So we got to get paper underway, and I don't really have anywhere to do it. I know, buddy. I know. I feel bad for you. They'll refuse to work. And all they do, there's just a drain on your resources. After that, they eat and they sleep, and that's it. Which you can't blame them. If I can't see him right now, but if I suddenly turned into a red spotted zombie creature, I probably would just want to sleep all the time too. Sucks. Get a spot for them to store the stuff they're gonna be making. Should be fine. What's it even called? I keep forgetting what it's called. It's called Antidote. There we go. Not that we can build that yet, but if I can get out over this way, I can extend a couple more water wheels and get a paper production going right there. What does paper require? It doesn't require metal blocks, does it? Please tell me it doesn't require metal blocks. It does not. However, it requires gears, and we are not making gears. So let's expand here. Yes, to do. We're gonna do. This is where I'm gonna start getting behind in labor. We're gonna do one more plank manufacturer, and then we're gonna do gears in there. We're gonna get rid of this little path. We're going to get rid of all of those blueberries, and then we're going to put in 2 more power wheels, water wheels. 1 more water wheel. That's totally what I meant. And then we will go there, and then we will go like that. Yeah, it's not going to be enough power for all of that. This is not. And that's making 227. This is 100, 150. This takes another 120. So 270 and then 80, so 350. I don't know, we might get 350 out of the 2 wheels combined. I'm willing to risk it. We can always attach a shaming wheel if necessary. So yeah, that's gonna be. Let's lower the priority on this bridge project because. Not that they have that many left, but it's just not the priority it once was. And let's get this bumped up in priority. And that. And then that will get built once we have gears. So yeah, deprioritize that. Bring that up just a little bit because it's not urgent, but we do want to get this dude taken care of if we can. Oh, that's true. It won't, will it? So yeah, we gotta do both. Thank you. Yep. I didn't even think about it. I could have brought power back here, but then I would have had to put stairs down there for them to get in the water. It's all right though. We have resources. And we now have extra beavers, so I can get a few more there. I could have just reversed them as well. That would have probably been the smart thing to do. Whoops, I actually killed one of the platforms too. Not bad. There we go. See, that's why I shouldn't be allowed to play a video game without adult supervision. I need the suggestions to keep me on track. Cool. Oh my goodness, my stomach is rumbling. I'm gonna have to eat soon. We're getting close to time to wrap up anyway, so just want to get this all looking good. I think though, you know, for 3 hours and with the 2 boneheaded mistakes I made at the beginning. One, I cut down more trees and I forgot to build the lumber mill. I was like, oh, we've got forester now. We'll have trees and we're set. And I forgot to build the lumber mill. So I didn't have any planks with the forester and went through all of our trees. That was rough. And then I forgot to expand housing enough to get us enough jobs, and we were waiting on labor. So 3 hours, despite those 2 boneheaded mistakes that caused a lot of setback, I think we're doing pretty good. By the way, if you're wondering why this spot's sitting here, it's for a future fun thing. I think we're going to put our dance hall there. But I just don't want to... I don't have anything to be able to build it yet. It doesn't fit there. We'll put something fun there. Ah, carousel. Perfect. Or we could do, like, hot tub time machine right there. All right, so we're going to get some gears underway now. So we'll be able to get that. The question is... So this doesn't lower their life expectancy, so he'll still live... The picture that's on there, I wish you could see that. It cracks me up. Hold on, let me turn the overlay off again. There you go. Look at Malik. It just absolutely cracks me up. Just that look. I don't know what I'm going to use, Eric. I have no idea, but it's going to send me something because my stomach is growling. So they move really slow. They refuse to work, but their life expectancy is not cut short. So he should still live a normal lifespan. So we've got time. Beaver's injured, so we do need the hospital beds. Okay, well. And somehow we're getting well-being. It's Spatterdock, isn't it? Yep. I didn't realize. I always forget how quickly that grows. So, yeah. Why aren't we making gears? Why do we have no gears? They will get hurt at the paper factory. That's true. Yeah, so we'll get one of them built. There we go. And that one injured beaver is there, and then we'll get the rest of them. And then, hopefully, get that going. So we've got gears coming in. It's just that's why we don't have any gears. We can take it on the second they get made, and they're going right over here. So we just need 10 more logs. Oh, chat is back on. 2 more logs. I like look away for a second, and dudes are like, "Here you go, got them." Cool. So just 7 gears, but man, they take forever. 3 hours per gear. 4 gears now. Okay. But still, that's going to take a couple days. Right? No, we're on a... No, I miscalculated that. We're on a 16-hour day. Well, they'll do 3 for sure in one day. So they may not get this done today because they need 5. And I'm just not going to take them up a 16-hour day. I'll let them have their leisure time. I'm not a taskmaster. So 11. Just like go over here and watch this. Oh, someone only got 12. Okay. Well, that one should get made, and immediately somebody comes and gets it, right? That sits there for quite a while. Oof. 2 more to go. We've only got a couple hours left in the day. They're not going to get it done. Oh, maybe, though. Maybe. Nope. They didn't get it done. Oh, but it is sitting there. So in the morning, they will be able to go get that gear. And they'll be able to finish that. And then once that's finished, he'll be able to start cranking out some paper, which will go over here. And that's... Wait, why did I think that needed paper? It needs gears. What was it that needed paper? Something needed paper. I don't know what it was. Something needed paper. Well, we're making it now, so whatever. And the good news is that means we can also do our crop thing, too. What needed paper? I don't even remember. Wasn't there something that... Could have swore the herbalist said it needed paper. What was I looking at? Oh, it needs paper to make the antidote. Okay, that's why. That is why we're getting paper. Okay. I knew there had to be a good reason. We also need a little bit more storage over here. We just need like a tiny small warehouse. Oh, we gotta get a gatherer going too to gather the dandelions. That's the word. So we'll do that. We'll put a gatherer right there, and you will prioritize dandelions, and you will have a little tiny small warehouse that stores them because it doesn't take a lot. That one, yeah, there we go. Cool. That will get that going. And the only other thing that we don't have storage for is paper in and of itself. I think it might not be a bad idea to have a little storage over here for it, since it's going to get used over here. I mean, berries are being stored there. It's a little bit of a trek, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it'll be okay. Does paper go in this? I'm pretty sure it goes in this. Yeah. Yeah, paper. So we'll store some of our paper here for now. And then once we get them there. Took you a minute to realize that the items are in alphabetical order, are they? Wait, which items are in alphabetical order? Because F does not come after L. And the rest of it's in alphabetical order. Maybe these are over there because those are unlocked. I don't think they're in alphabetical order. Oh, and the drop downs. Are they really? I've never noticed that. Yeah. Apparently it took me forever. It took somebody else to help me realize it because, no, I never knew. Oh, my goodness. All right, cool. So we're going to get our contaminated friend taken care of. Crisis averted. And then should I do something else stupid, we'll be fine. We will be just fine. So I think that means that's a good spot to leave it for today. So I'm going to slow things down and switch over to our ending screen. Thank you. Oh, good job, Twitch, or OBS in this case, for clearing chat. Excellent job. Anyways, thank you. Thank you, everyone who hung out this afternoon. Thank you again, City Planner Plays, for the raid. I know, I asked him last night. It's like, hey, streaming Timberborn, I'm planning to do the same. Maybe send some love my way. And he did. And what an absolute hero doing it. I really appreciate it. I know he's off editing and doing his thing and enjoying the rest of his Bachelor Saturday. But again, thank you, City Planner Plays. Thank you, everyone who showed up and followed. I hope to see you on YouTube. And, of course, right here on Twitch as well. And if you want yet another Discord to join, you can come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. And if you still haven't jumped ship, you can even follow me on Twitter. Usually post videos of all my streams, or videos, links of all my videos and streams, so you can catch me there as well. Thank you again for all the follows. There were a ton that came through, but we'll go through them real quick. American Writer, Chris Marion, Extra Sauce, James Bizzle, Ali Hater, Sky High Dude, DJ Soapwork, Caprio Astarni, and loud noises. Thank you so much. And of course, City Plunder Plays, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I greatly appreciate you all. Let's figure out who we're going to raid. That was such a noise. And I know who we're going to raid. It's the same person we raided last time, but I absolutely love this dude. A good friend of the channel. And just a generally good dude. He's currently playing some Subnautica. Mogeo Games. He did the music for Astroneer Academy. There are your raid emotes. If you are just a follower, you can use that top group. And if you're a subscriber, you can grab the bottom group. So, yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday afternoon and the rest of your weekend. Again, thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Little tiny content creator. So anytime, we get anywhere above like 5 viewers, it's a big deal to me. So I really do appreciate it. Let's go say hi to our good friend Mo, and you guys have a great weekend.